Daquan, come up for a minute.
Hey, hey, hey. I'm gonna have to come right back in. Hold
What's up, Sage?
on. Guess who's back?
What's up?
Cool. I just seen your invitation. How you doing, gorgeous? My favorite
Nothing.
panty.
I just started a live, so ain't too many people that came in yet.
I figured that. Cause usually your lives will be flooded by the time I get in here. So I just seen it. I figured you just cracked it open. How you been doing? How was your day? You back at work or you at home?
No, I'm off. I was off yesterday and the day. I go back tomorrow night.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. Hard worker. Okay. Can't mess with the Mississippi girls. Watch out with them. They be serious. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the prompt for tonight? It's the same prompt as yesterday. It's Pan Africanism.
Yeah, I mean, I get inspiration from being on other. Like, I can't think of nothing every day. I'm not that type. I mean, I don't know. Let me see. Can I find another one?
It's not important, really. It's just a conversational starter. As soon as people kind of get ready
Yeah,
to.
exactly. Yeah. It's a conversation starter. 'Cause we never stay on the actual topic. Like, we always, hell, we be just we're debating flat Earth and shit. So we never
Lord,
really
I
just
hope.
stay on
Yeah,
topic.
I ain't heard no flat Earth arguments in here yet, just yet. But I don't want to. I'm gonna keep y'all.
Sure,
I don't even
they do it all
listen.
the time.
I'll be having enough goddamn fight with the Indian shit. I definitely ain't trying to go into no flat earth shit. I'm nowhere near flat earth. I'll be feeling ostracized just because I stand on the Indian shit. They be like, they be calling me pseudo like just because I say niggas is Indian. I ain't saying the earth is flat. I ain't, I don't even tell folks
Yeah,
aliens exist. I
but
don't
yeah,
even like
you're gonna be labeled pseudo if you're not going along with they, talking points or
the,
their narrative
the
or
echo
whatever.
chambers. The echo
Hmm.
chamber. But yeah, yeah, that should be tripping. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Earlier today, I had so I don't know if you know. I say this shit sometimes, but it's shit serious, right? So I'm enrolled in my tribe, but I'm on my council, so I be dealing with my family like on some crazy shit. I swear to God, my chief called me earlier to complain about one of my cousins. I, I was like, I don't know what to do with y'all niggas, man. I be telling folks, man, these niggas who be saying they Indian is crazier than the niggas who be saying they African.
What
Yeah.
tribe you say you belong to?
I'm Matchapunga, Mad Mesquite, North Carolina.
Oh, North
Yeah,
Carolina. Okay.
yeah. I don't even really be talking about it too much because we going through state recognition and people be weird and shit on social media. I don't really like it. It's over talk about the tribe because people be doing weird shit. But yeah, hell yeah. But shit, I'm telling you, I be telling folks this shit all the time. Like them Indians be warring harder than everybody else. They love the war. They will fight with each other. If there ain't no African in the space, listen, man, the Indians will turn on each other in a heartbeat. Heartbeat.
I
Okay,
mean,
what's
well,
up?
that's true for
Mhm.
all the other groups too, because folks. I mean, different ideals. People of the same groups, they have different ideals, different ideology, or whatever, and they clash. How you doing, everybody?
What's up, Pumpkin?
Oh, what's up, wild man? Where you been at?
Around.
I missed you.
Around.
Uh huh.
What's
Oh,
up?
I'm glad to see you. No, not much.
What y'all lying about tonight?
No, I just started the live up.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, shit, we cut this down. Go ahead down to the south end, help out 233 over. Shit, what y'all got going on? Upstairs at work. Shit, I'll come and see what y'all got going on.
Nothing right now. It's just the live just got started up, so I'm waiting on folks to come in.
Oh, okay. It's still early. What you got going
Mm-hmm.
on? You at work?
No, I'm out tonight.
Lucky you. Lucky you.
I'm enjoying these 2 days out. Lord, it's been rough.
You got the day tomorrow?
I was out yesterday and today.
Oh, shit. You go back on the wrong day then. Man, how things been? Y'all still lying?
Hold on.
We gonna still, Daddy? We gonna still do this?
I don't be lying about nothing.
All right. All right, you don't be lying. All right, you don't be lying. I thought we was
I
past that stage.
don't.
All right. What you got? What, I see you over there on MIA side of the tracks now. I see you. I've been seeing you hanging out over there. Now you like it over there?
I mean, cause he be going live now. I got to go support him.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's fair over there. It's a nice little spot to hang out too. I'll be over there sometimes. I slip,
Mm-hmm.
I slip through the after we slipping through the wee hours of the night
I'm
when everybody's
saucing,
asleep.
I'm saucing, I'm saucing on you.
That nigga that
My
wild, bro.
bad. I got a phone call.
Who just took playing a
Yeah.
music?
You know, hey, when you get one of those calls around 11:55
Oh,
at
we already
night,
know what type of you guys. I already know what type of kind of
you just
car
feel
you
a
trying to
little
go get into.
special because
You
you
ain't finna be
want
here.
it. You know what I mean?
You ain't finna be here
Hey,
too much
shout
more
out,
longer.
shout out to that.
What up, player
Hey,
Hannah?
I feel that. You sound like you from the Lou. Where you from, Brody?
Man, me?
Yeah.
I'm from New Orleans.
No, I knew it. I heard it. I said, you sound like you from the Lou. Let me, but let me be clear. New Orleans,
Yeah.
Nolans. You know what I mean? Because when you say you can't call a person from New Orleans, they from the Lou. They be taking that shit personal. Like, no, man.
I got him in the panty in the bunch right now
No.
on Instagram.
Yo,
Yeah.
I fuck with Louisiana people. They be hilarious. Like, yo, person from New Orleans, I'm from New Orleans. I'm not Louisiana, New Orleans.
That's big difference. Big difference. Nigga,
Shout out,
we was there in the 1700s. The ones Louisiana became a state in the 1800s. Big difference.
shout out to that. Shout out to that. That's that culture. Shout out
Shit,
to
where you
that,
been, player?
man.
Where the hell you been, player head? Where the hell you been, player head? You been ducked out too, huh? Out the way, huh?
I stay moving and grooving. I got, I gotta stay moving and grooving, man.
You won't want
It's
You
that
won't
Indian
want
shit. It's that Indian shit. I ain't even lie. It's that Indian shit, man. We be moving and grooving. We be migrating, hitting all parts of the coast. Like shit, man. I'm in North Carolina, Indian. My ass be in Georgia. My ass be in. I'm in Florida right now.
Oh, you down there with
Right
the real
now,
nigga? Oh, you with the
I
real
be
niggas
all over
now?
the place. I be
Oh,
all over the
you
place.
down there with the real niggas, huh?
Oh yeah, I fuck with. I'm down here in Southwest Florida. This shit is so crazy and country out here, but I love it.
A peace of mind.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Poker be hating on your player hater. What happened, man? What up, Coke? My boy Coke, what's on with you?
Yeah, I hop out. That your name get me every time. But
Who
I don't
that?
know what I hated on. I don't know, was I there when I was hating? Like what did I hate on player hater?
I don't know, player hater. I don't know, player hater. So you hating on the Pumpkin? What you done my boy Pumpkin? What you done with my boy Pumpkin?
Nothing. No, we
No,
can't hear
Hey,
you.
hey, Coke, I got a new number. I'm finna call you and later on give you my number, dog, so you can we can link up.
Player
Matter of fact,
Hater was on last
hey,
night. What was it about last night? Or AKA this morning? I don't know. I'll be losing time. But the last time Pumpkin
No
had her.
telling.
Mm.
what the hell happened last night, y'all? Damn.
I don't know. Last night was a groovy ass night. Hey, I ain't even hold you. Shawty came up on the stage and was roasting people for hours, and the shit was hilarious. What's y'all name? I think she go by more something on one account, but
Wise one.
Oh,
He
wise
talking
one?
about
it was
wise
decent.
one.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was decent.
hell.
Yo, she was roasting nonstop. Yo, hey, I came in the room, jumped on the stage. She was like, "Hey, you had an issue with me," and she was trying to crank up on me. I'm like, I don't even know who you are because she was under a different profile. She was like, "All right, I'm gonna keep it in the clip for you tonight. You good." I was like, all right. And then I didn't know how serious it was until she was going in on everybody. I was like, thank God I dodged them bullets, Shawty. Because I am not trying to sit up here and get roasted by a female for like an hour straight. You can't even respond to that. You just gotta laugh with it. Take your L.
Wait, who the fuck she roasted like that, dog?
She was roasted. She roasted like three niggas last day. She roasted some dude. Shaka came in here with some curls on his head. She was roasting that. And then A1 came in here. She said his throat got pregnant. She said who throat? Yo, dog. She was roasting so bad. It was hilarious. I mean, I was dying. Like everybody in Pumpkin Space last night was laughing their ass off.
Bro, why
Shawty
as
was just
hell,
with
bro?
that
Why?
business.
Bro, why as hell like a motherfucker, son?
I'm gonna be Shawty's friend from moving forward, nigga. If she
Yeah.
talk that more shit, if she talk that more shit, I don't agree. I'm just gonna stay silent.
Hey, I just let them niggas. I come to grips to let niggas just go head on now, dog.
Just let niggas go
Just let
ahead.
them go head on now, dog. Just go head on now, bro.
Yeah,
Just let them
I
go
just
head
let
on
people
now.
say whatever they want to say. I ain't gonna lie, I'm biased. I am biased as hell.
Right.
To be fair, I will let the Indians say a whole lot of dumb shit that I don't agree with and not say a damn thing. I'll just stay silent.
Let
I
it
won't
happen. Y'all got
co-sign
it.
it. I won't co-sign it, but I ain't about to goddamn really knock them for it, even though I don't agree with it. I am biased. When it comes to the panties, no, I might cut their wind short real quick. You know what I mean? So I will call out my bias. But
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. Some of these folks just be saying some of the craziest shit. And I just be like, Lord, it's better if I don't even say anything. Let me just stay quiet, Lord, because
You
let me
already
just
know how
stay.
that shit go.
I'll just leave this shit alone. It ain't affecting me, ain't gonna affect my life. Let me just like some things you just leave alone. Just let these folks believe, think how they want to think, and just it is what it is, man. Like the world be much more peaceful. You just let people be who
I
they
don't even
are.
much know. I don't even know who. You ain't lying. I don't even know who hosted tonight. It's Pumpkin. No, Pumpkin also. I think Pumpkin might host tonight. So she all.
I'll tell you. That's why I don't even
Yeah,
get
yeah,
into
it's
this.
me. I'm hosting.
Because somebody,
It's
somebody,
me, John.
who is John Love?
That's John Love, the music man.
Who?
Joe, you know it's funny. John Love, I've seen John Love on Twitter for like hella years, dog. He be back and forth and shit. He cool though. I think he's on that panty side, I think, but he's cool. Shout out. Yeah, it's cool. Ironically, I be getting along with some of
You
these
know, you
panties.
know.
Yeah, I get along with some of them. As long as they ain't extreme and shit, be trying to tell people want to argue with you all day about being African and shit. Like, let that shit go, dog. You want to be African, then be
I mean, well, that's one thing
African.
I don't. One thing I don't do. I don't tell people who they are. I tell them that they got to be African or whatever. I don't do all that shit.
Yeah, that shit's a
Be
waste of
whatever,
time.
be whatever you want to be.
That shit ain't never worked in human history. You try and tell people who they are, who they are, what you believe they are versus who they believe they are. You know, that ain't never worked in history, dog. Centuries of history showing people fighting over religion, fighting over identity, fighting over all types of stuff. Let people be who they are. If they say who they are, just let them stand on it. You know what I mean, and find an intersectionality to where you can goddamn rock with them. Outside of that, then it don't even matter. I be telling folks this shit all the time. Yeah, I'm indigenous. I believe in the indigenous paradigm. But that don't mean that I don't think people don't have African ancestry. To be honest, I don't care. What I care about is you a black American. You know what I mean? If you want to sit on the side of being from Africa or the side of being from America is irrelevant. Did we all go through this ethnogenesis process? Do you descend from people who were free people of color, who were reclassified or enslaved? If you are from that group, we share that common background. The origin story of who those folks came from is irrelevant. It is very much irrelevant. If you want to be from Africa, guess what? You are my African brother. Shout out to you. Be the best African American, whatever you want to be, you can be, Shelby. I don't care. You know what I mean? As long as you ain't pushing anti blackness, you are not anti reparations, you are not being an obstructionist to what mainstream black Americans are pushing for. I have no problem with you. I care less how you can identify as a purple orange alien. I give two F's. Literally.
Well, I mean,
You
Sage, you remember what I told you the first time we encountered each other, right?
know, we probably encountered each other a few times. 'Cause I know I
I'm just
see
talking
you
about
in
the
the
first time. I remember the first time we met on here. And I told you, I said, like, as long as you ain't trying to drag me into your identity and your story, I'm perfectly fine. I ain't gonna do that to you. Don't do that to me. That's where I stand on it. I'm not the type of person to tell you who you are, because that's not this is I told Kai the same thing. I said that might be true for you, but it might not be true for me. You get me? That's
No,
why
I fully
I don't
understand.
claim what I don't know. I'm not gonna claim what I don't know.
No, I respect that. I'm a genealogist, and before any I, uh, identifier belief systems, I stand on genealogical identifiers, right? Because it's backed by paper, it's backed by documents. People might want to argue, oh, it's a white man's documents, but it's still documents or information, right? So I stand on genealogical identifiers. We share genealogical identifiers. I'm not just sit up here and argue about origin stories. I'm going to keep it real to you. To me, the origin stories is not as relevant as people try to make it to be. Like people want to just know things that ain't gonna contribute to their life any fucking way. Like so, and that's irrelevant. So if as a genealogist, I've done people's genealogy. I found Indians in people's genealogy. I found Africans in people's genealogy. And what that tells me is being a black American, you can be of all things at once, maybe some things and not some other things. It's not that big of an argument. We still Black Americans. Like, I don't know. I stand on reparations, and when it comes to that Black American identity, that's kind of like the precipice of it. You know what I mean? And I don't think that really matters when you talk about origin. Do you come from those people? That's what matters in the Black American identity to me, and I don't care to argue or try to take away from people's beliefs or genealogical ancestral journeys. Like, that's everybody has their own. It's very ignorant to believe that just because you might be something, that means your neighbor is the same thing because of a similar skin complexion. And it's also a distraction away from being a Black American, a ethnic Black American in general.
I'm,
So I just don't support it at all. And if you really even talk to me, you'll realize I'm not
Shit,
even
we
the type
got
of person to
Sage
talk.
Burner. What you up here lying about now?
Shut up, Daquan.
Good to
Yeah,
meet you, man.
that's my nigga. Though. Hey, Daquan, one of them only niggas that I could not stand but learn to goddamn care about. I still can't stand that nigga, but you know what I mean. That's my brother
Tell us the
still.
history, man.
You know what I
Black
mean? It's all
history,
good.
indigenous history, man. Indigenous history. That what
I
y'all
don't even
had got.
care about the jokes and shit. You know what I mean? I really don't.
Them folk
It
got
just it
indigenous
just be
history.
like, just be who you are. But I stand on reparations, so as long as we can get under that conversation, it
I
is what
mean,
it
but
is.
who we getting reparations from specifically? And I think that that's the part
United
about the
States American
conversation.
government.
But
Mm.
why wouldn't we also get it from the Brits, get it from France, get it from the Spain, get it from the Dutch, get it
You
from
do.
the
You get it
Right.
from the
Germans?
world
So
court.
so
Yeah, why
I'll break it
wouldn't we
down like
get
this.
that?
I'm not saying you can't, but I will say this, right? I will say there is a reparations priority list. The reparations priority list, in my opinion, is lineage based
U.S.
reparations
government.
first, based off the United States government from 1776 to 1865. I ain't
Shit.
talking
No, no,
about
no.
shit.
Hold on, hold on.
Whoa,
Yeah,
whoa,
You,
that
whoa,
you got
whoa,
to
that
start.
whoa.
Hey,
Let me be
Sage,
clear. That's just the
you got to start
starting
before
point.
1776
No,
that's
we
because
why the
don't. No,
American
we
part
don't.
that's
No, we
think
what I'm
about
don't.
it.
saying, Darkwan, too. Because
Right.
We
if they
don't
Hey,
start
though.
right at 1776, we're kind of like we're leaving out the fact that we had 200 years. You know what I'm saying? Like 100 years and 150 years prior to that. You get what I'm saying? And like when
But
we're
we're
dealing
not
with,
leaving it out. We're just prioritizing the claim. So understand the claim, right? If you are putting a claim against the United States of
man,
America,
get your
hold up,
freak ass
Daquan.
on, Rich.
Daquan, let me just say this real quick.
Go ahead.
If you are going through for a specific claim, which we can validate, right, based off of the harms and also 50 acres in there's many establishments that are based within the United States of America framework. We have a
But
very strong, hold up, we have a very strong claim that we can prioritize and section specifically American chattel slavery due to the United States government once they became sovereign by still allowing and accepting that type of treatment and harm. That is
okay.
one specific claim. That is not to take away from other claims like going towards Britain, going towards Spain, and all these things. But what it is prioritizing the claims
Okay, but
to
let me make this statement
go
though too,
ahead.
because I want you to understand something, right? The majority of the laws that were written on the books were written when 13 colonies were 13 colonies. Like I always go back to the Maryland Edict of 1636 that stated that black people, African descendant people, not Indians, specifically African descendant peoples and their children shall be an unpaid, uncompensated, uncompetitive class that shall not enjoy the fruits of white American society, right? Like those laws that had been put on the books 100 plus years before we even got to 1776, that shit has to be reparated as well because there were Africans in America 100 plus years before 1776. How do you think so many people were able to fight in the Civil War? How do you think so many people were able to fight in the War for Freedom of Britain? This is because we had been in America for over 100 something years. So you can't ignore the young brother Jocko when y'all see that statue with the young black boy holding his hand out with the lantern, that's a man, that's a young boy who froze to death in West Virginia trying to save Washington D.C., helping George Washington. Like you can't ignore all of that
But
history prior to
Doc
1776.
Quan,
You're
you're
leaving a lot of
kind
money
of,
on the table.
but brother, what you're doing is you're saying we are ignoring. That's not what I'm saying. That is not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is aligning priorities, right? If you know you have a claim against a institution, that institution being a sovereign nation, that sovereign nation did not exist until 1776. Okay, it's not to say that these other harms didn't exist and reparative justice should not be seeked out from those other reasons, right? I'm not discounting that. What I'm saying is you prioritizing a institution that you could definitely have a claim without any contest. But once you start including a a construct that existed that they can contest and say, hey, this isn't the United States of America. This isn't a sovereign nation. This is the British colonial powers. Now you are expanding your claim outside of a
Yeah,
focus. And so we can focus on the sovereign nation that still exists, that is still in political power, that still runs this government, that has did those harms, and focus our claims specifically for those harms, and still um, seek justice from all the other harms. But there is one guaranteed that is more feasible than the other ones. And we shouldn't mix the two because
but it's
it will make the goal harder to accomplish.
but
No,
okay,
it
so
won't.
I feel like
Yes, it
Sage, you
will, for
trying to
sure.
you believe that if we go for, I guess this is more so the lower hanging fruit, that if we prioritize specifically from 1776 to 1865. So what if they come back and tell you this? What if they decide, because for example, Vermont abolished slavery in like the late 1700s. By
Thank
the
you.
time we get to the early 1800s, a lot of the northern states also abolished slavery.
Thank you.
So how far do we have to go with that? Because if you're prioritizing that, and they come back and tell you that no, we can only actually do 1808 when the Congress abolishes slavery. They're going to say that's what they are going to
The
make that
Congress
argument.
abolished the
And
slave trade.
yes, exactly.
But they
But
did
that's
not
how
abolish slavery. That's the thing.
but
Yeah, I'm not taking
Sage,
away what you're saying.
I'm
Go
talking.
ahead. I
I'm telling.
apologize.
That
Go
that
ahead.
is
What I'm
not
saying is they
abolished.
abolished the slave trade, and and they're going to. So what ends up happening is they're going to try to reduce that claim, because that's the argument that they're going to make. They're going to make that because they already have made that argument. They've made the argument that white people were doing all this abolition work already. Like it doesn't account for, we're talking about so many different other issues like slave breeding. It doesn't account for slave renting. It doesn't account for all of these other
Wait, it
interests.
does. It does
Guys,
account for that.
guys, from
It
Syria need
does.
the help for it, my family, please, 5 minutes
Yo,
stop.
hold up. Drop the foreigner.
Man,
Please
give me
drop
my
the
mod
foreigner.
power.
Please drop the foreigner. Like, yo, but it does. Okay, so Um, John Love, you've been on Twitter, and I know you are familiar a little bit about the reparations movement, right? So I've seen your name. You don't really change your name. So we understand, right? Let's take into and for example, California was not a slave state. However, they still had slavery in it. They still had slaves there. That has been proven. So if we take it from a local or a state, which mind you, there's initiatives being pushed on lineage-based reparations from the grassroots on both state and federal. Now we look at it on state position. I can understand your argument, right? I can understand your argument. I'm not gonna say that you're wrong for putting scrutiny to it, right? That is fair. However, if we are looking from a federal stance, right? And I'm not a supporter of HR 40 because it's a bunch of bullshit. But let's just say we had something on the books that was like a AB 3121, right? for the federal, right? Then you are talking about the whole nation. So it wouldn't matter what states might have abolished slavery locally in a time period, because the nation as itself is responsible. The government as itself is responsible. And again, this is what I'm saying. I'm not trying to make an argument that people should just say, "Oh, what about before 1776?" No, you should, and that's a fair argument. And I'm not taking away from seeking justice for that. What I'm saying is, to if you compartmentalize the justice claims based off of the validity of who you can attain that justice from, the goals will be met faster, and you can attain the other goals based off of meeting the previous goals even faster. It's all about a strategy, and I'm not saying y'all wrong. I'm just saying I think strategically it would make more sense to focus on lineage based reparations for descendants of chattel slaves based off of a claim from 1776 to 1865. And that's just my belief. And anything else y'all gotta say, I'm not against it. I'm just giving y'all my perspective, respectfully.
That's a respectable perspective. Well, like I said, prior to 1776, you gotta understand they had already appropriated land. When you think about the amount of people that was in America up until 1776, they was misappropriating lands while having slaves here for over 100 plus years. And if you go back to Virginia specifically, we can't ignore the fact that prior to the Constitution, Virginia said that if you were to be a born human being and you were black, you were already a slave. We can't skip the fact that Maryland said that prior to 1776. We can't skip the fact that none of these states said these things. So we're leaving a lot of meat on the table if we start
Yes.
at 1776. Now we can start at 1776 if you want to go after the conglomerate of the United States Corporation. That's fine. But the United States Corporation is just to be named in the lawsuit. It's not that we should name the state of Maryland, because the state of Maryland had its own constitution. The state of Virginia had its own constitution. The state of Connecticut had its own constitution. So all of these states had already been established. So they also have to individually pay claim as well as conglomerately pay claim. All those things go hand in hand.
The date
Yep.
actually goes back 1555 when it comes to slavery. 1555. Check those numbers out.
Man, shut your man. Tell me what you just typed
It
in the
kind of
comment.
derailed the whole
Well,
That's not what you
don't
conversation
just
just
typed in the
type
now.
it
But
comment.
where you
anyway,
are.
look, if we're just talking about like the 17th, like that's the reason why I was talking about the fact that you got certain states with certain procedures and certain things like that as well. And Darquan, he's on the same type of time, which is the reason why I rock with Darquan. Darquan, me and him on the same wavelength on a lot of stuff. So it's the way that when we're talking about, even if we focus on that specifically, they'll make so many different counter arguments to derail that. You get what I'm saying? Because like I was talking about, like the different states, they could do something where they talk about like, because certain people flee to the north, for example, they'll try to it like Darkwan saying is we're lowering our pot. We're limiting the reality of the situation. You get what I'm saying? Like we can talk about, just chattel slavery, and we can just talk about just from 1776, and then we can try to make the argument 1865. But what if they decide to just cut it off at 1840? What if they decide to cut it off? It's so many different things. Like I recently learned that they exported about, I can't remember what the specific number is, but I believe that it's an estimate between like 300,000 to 700,000. They exported after 1808 people out. We're talking about slaves out, because they were trying to expand slavery down to the Caribbean. Like they did. It's so diabolical with how the United States government did things. And then all of these states, quote unquote, they weren't a part of America. I mean, if we're talking about when each one becomes which one, so do people in the Louisiana Purchase only start theirs at 1804, 1803. Like, how far does it go? Do they count it to 1776, or are they disqualified because they came after? Is the people who are in those territories, the Kansas Nebraska Act, that manifest destiny that's going on in the West, even with California that doesn't become a state till like 1845 or something like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I might be wrong about that date. It might not be 1845. I think that's Texas.
Nah,
Correct
we
me if
get
I'm
what you
wrong.
hitting at. We get what you hitting at. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
I get what you're saying, but again, that's why it's from 1776 to 1865. And actually, to be honest, that's not even the define I mean that's the defining point, but the ending point ain't really 1865, because it's 1776 to 1865 as the foundation of the reason of the claim of to the United States for the American child slavery. However, lineage-based reparations actually attaches all of the harms that have happened to that same community moving forward, such as redlining, such as Jim Crow, all the issues that have happened within the black community that has been systemic. That can be proven to be systemic, not just, oh, we just saying, oh, it is systemic and this is white supremacy. No, there are tons of articles, data, studies, and everything that supports that these are systemic. So in general, like, and again, like, listen, man, I will never, ever in my life say that justice is not, like, reparative justice is not deserved, or should not be even it's something seeked by us outside of just the 1776 to 1865 bubble. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is just prioritizing based off of how the lineage-based reparations movement has been moving since 2017. Like, shout out to ADOS, shout out to many of the Freedmen organizations and stuff like that, who have been doing a lot of work. And we can look at the evidence of, like, a state like California, who everybody knows was not a slave state, but yet today we have majority of the legislature and backing of reparative justice bills and legislature being pushed in that state, because they have done the work and found out, yes, that state did have slaves. That state did do
So
this. That state did this. So I'm just saying there is a path that we clearly have that has been getting a lot of push, and been evolving. And it's not to take away from getting other claims, but to focus on that. I think if we focus on that, guess what? What goes out the door when you focus on American chattel slave as far as like a reparative justice claim. The argument of African origin goes out the window. People don't, it's not that important. Not saying it don't exist. The argument of if you Indian goes out the window. All these origin stories goes out the window because it's about a specific time frame. And I think people can really coalesce, work around that, and really push forward as a community and be more successful with that than all of these other things, until they can get the success from this and move on to the next, if that
I,
makes sense.
I mean, if even if you're talking about lineage, okay, let me just like this because it was a lot. I wanted to ask you another question before that, but you kind of got on the lineage part. I'm gonna ask the other question first, and then we're gonna get on the lineage part. But the question I was gonna ask, like, do you know the history of the modern reparations movement and where it actually starts? You get me? Like, it's not 2017.
My
I'm trying to
bad. My bad.
yeah,
So
I'm trying to see if you
if you're talking about the modern reparations movement, right? I would honestly say, to me, the modern reparations movement was initiated and pushed heavily by ADOS. Now, yes, ADOS did
I
take
gotta
their
disagree with you on that, bro.
they did take their a lot of the things that they learned from other people like DOAS or DAS, a lot of things from like Dr. Claude Anderson. A lot of these teachings were coalesced and pushed that ADOS was able to take, like Yvette Carnell
I mean,
and
but what
Antonio
about the
Moore.
Republic of
However,
New
what
Africa?
what what I will say is they were really the first people to really put a real fire into the what we call the new reparations movement, the new
I gotta
lineage
disagree
based
with you, bro.
reparations movement. I just on a public level, that's how I feel,
I
and I've been around, mind you. I'm not new to this. Like I've been around since 2015, 2016. I've seen all of this happen and experience, like for real. So it's not like I would just say the modern reparations movement, lineage based reparations movement was definitely like really like the fire. I ain't gonna say it was necessarily originated out of ADOS, but they are the ones who made it popping. Even like, and I stand on FBA shit, but FBA came out after ADOS. You know what I mean? It's not the same thing anyway, but the concept of pushing for lineage based reparations, why you have so many organizations, nonprofits, and all these people really going hard for it. It was really off the work in the back of Yvette and Antonio, and that's just real.
I think you giving
Who the
them
hell is
just a little
Antonio?
bit too much, bro. But I don't know about that one.
Who the hell is
we're gonna have to
Antonio?
disagree to agree. Antonio, I think his last name
Is Moore,
Moore.
Antonio Moore. So ADOS, the
Yeah,
heads of
Antonio Moore.
ADOS was Yvette Carnell and Antonio Moore. And earlier, like when you go back like 20, like maybe 18, 2019, you will find like it was Yvette and Antonio heavily on YouTube or having these different meetings and stuff like that, really injecting the concept of pushing for reparations. This is even before the hyper focus on lineage based reparations, but they were still pushing reparations because at this time you got to understand we started dealing with a lot of economists. We learned that by the year 2053, Black American community is supposed to be at a negative zero wealth. This happened around 2017, 2018, if most people, if you was around that long, right? So this is why a lot of this stuff started coalescing, why people started pushing for lineage-based reparations against Pan-Africans who've been pushing for race-based reparations and not doing shit for 30 years,
But
literally 30 years.
what
But
Africans?
Okay. So what
actually, it
was
might be
30
38
years ago?
years.
What was the Pan African reparations movement?
Yeah, that's what
And
I'm
when I
saying.
say
What
Pan
Africans?
African
Hold on. What
organizations, I
Africans?
mean like NARC and Cobra. I can get very specific. I can
But
be
what
very
I
Africans?
mean, but
specific.
But what
it
But
goes
Africans?
well before that, and it's not just race based. They're talking about the harm that has been done in general. You get what I'm saying? Like we're
Yeah, but
talking about lineage
What
based.
Africans have been asking for reparations, right? Like that's
I
my
said
point.
Pan Africans. I didn't say Africans.
Yeah, that's
But
what
if you
I'm
want to get
focusing on
into it,
the people who I
I can talk
have
about
the idea.
Africans too.
But
It's not African focused conversation. I'm not trying to, you know what I mean? But yeah, like listen, real talk, reparations for years was a
Don't
grip
act
for
like
Pan
Africans
African
ain't asking for our
organizations to eat.
reparations.
yeah, like so can
It is.
Africans
like
are
Because they
asking for
don't.
our
for
Because they
reparations.
example,
don't.
can you
Yes,
tell
they
me?
do. Africans
No,
are
they
at the
don't.
table right now with the UN about our
Yeah,
reparations.
they are, but
What the fuck are
They're
you
not.
the
No,
talking
they're not
about?
yeah,
asking for
the
them in
Ghana
America.
Yo,
They're
been
not
bro,
asking
leading it
for
what
them in
the
since the
fuck are you
America.
'90s,
talking about,
They're
bro?
but
not
You don't know
asking
the
for them in
fuck you talking
America,
about.
dummy. They're not asking for them in America.
Dumbass boys all over
no,
the
they
world.
do.
We're not just asking for them in
But
America.
what I'm saying is like,
You're
for
correct,
example,
Darquan. We are
the
not just the
people.
only ones pushing for reparative justice.
So
When you
I
come up here,
wouldn't
make sure you
say,
know what the fuck you talking
Yo,
but
about.
not
why you getting
everybody is
angry,
just
bro? Why you
Just
getting
asking.
angry?
don't
bro, we
talk
speaking
stupid.
on our culture. You don't
Right.
know, and
And you
and
coming
we're
up
gonna
here, you
be
don't know what the
passionate
fuck
about
you
our
talking
culture. I'm
about.
sorry,
That
bro.
doesn't mean you
That's
should get mad at me. I'm not
No,
even
that
talking
means
we're
down
you
on
should
you.
have some
we're gonna
information when
get
you come up here.
bothered when we're talking about our culture, which means a
Especially
lot
when
to
you
I'm
don't know
not
what
me.
the
talking.
fuck
I'm
you
not
talking
talking
about.
down on you.
All
You're
Yeah,
just
no,
right,
no,
all
no.
saying
right.
for
You
no
talking out
reason.
your
Let's
ass.
not
That's what you
argue
doing.
Bruh,
about
let's
motherfucker.
you
So
kind
prove
of,
it
but
then.
you're
You're
kind
talking
of
about
you're kind of
Africans.
derailing the conversation, bruh, and I can't get my
I mean,
thought
that's how
out.
you feel,
One
bro.
more
Obviously,
dumbass
it's how I
statement, your
feel,
ass
bruh.
out of
We're
here,
human
bro.
Kick me, bro.
beings.
Cause
Fuck
we don't
you.
even
You
let
kick
Like
white
me
you
then,
people
kind
up
bro.
of
here.
man.
Kick me, bro.
This is
We
Fuck
don't
you.
even let
disrespectful,
white people
bruh.
up here. Get your ass
This
up out of here.
this is
This
away
ain't your
from me.
conversation, nigga.
Yeah. So Sage, I'm just saying, like we got so many different. When we talk about who led the real modern reparations movement, it's the New Republic of Africa, which was headed by Queen Mother Audley Moore. Like that's who
I know who you're
really,
talking about.
yeah.
Listen. I will say she does have influence in the modern reparations movement. I know who you are speaking about. However, I don't accredit her to creating the modern reparations
I'm,
movement,
I mean, all
because
you
at the
bet
end
did
of
was make noise.
the issue with her, and I'm be honest, right? It's not really an issue I have with her, to be honest. It's not an issue, but what I see with her is too much of a Pan-African agenda, which takes away from lineage-based reparations.
So what's the
And
Pan
if
African
it's not,
agenda?
hold up. If it's not lineage-based reparations, it is not going to be. It's not even going to pass the Supreme Court. We know that for a fact. Race-based reparations is never going to work. It's never going to happen. So it has to be lineage based
It's
reparations. And the thing with her and that whole thing was, and they still be beefing with a lot of us lineage based reparationists up till today. Matter of fact, if I look online, I can probably find a a meeting recording of us going back and forth. But essentially the concept of it being race based or the inclusionary part is going to harm us, and that was my main issue with the New Republic of Africa and all
but
of that.
it's gonna have to be lineage based regardless because they're gonna look up your mama and your daddy and your great grandmama and your great granddaddy asshole to make sure that you get this. I mean,
But
even
hold up,
people like John
it has to
Mangione,
be, it needs to be lineage based.
it's
However,
gonna
we
be
are
lineage based regardless.
I agree with you, but what I'm saying is this: if we look at the model of New York City right now, I ain't talking about last year, 2, 3 years. I'm talking about right the hell right now. New York Reparations Task Force. For the last 6 months, Caribbeans, they have tried to set the eligibility for New York reparations to be based off of people being able to claim that they was here since the 1920s. Specifically, the reason why they was trying to do that is because there was Caribbeans who went on the task force, on the task force board, who was trying to get on there and change them so they can have access to the reparations, because it's about the legislation you push, not what you believe.
All right, state based reparations is stupid. I'm gonna just
It doesn't matter if it's stupid, because
I
the
know,
thing
but
is,
I'm
if we
just
can get it, we're gonna go for
I
it.
got you, bro. But we this yet again, New York did not keep slaves until 1865. So their reparations claim, if we're only going to focus on chattel slavery, which is that's what you're suggesting, why would they go to
It's,
1865?
it's not just chattel slavery. Again, it's also the harms that perpetuated after, such as Jim Crow, redlining, all these different things. And each state has it. I'm not here to really. I can't get into every state. I don't live in every state. I'm not on every state's task force, and I don't follow every state's task force. But I do follow a few states, and I've been doing this for years. Right? Each state has their own history, right? And that's what affects their local reparations, right? But each state has to do their own um investigations and research. Like California had to have a task force to research what are the harms, what is owed, what is yada yada yada. Each state is different. So I get what you're saying to an extent, but there is anywhere there's gonna be some people, there's gonna be a claim. And that's why we need to have local, state, and federal recognition. I mean, federal reparation agendas being pushed all the time.
But you just saying exactly what we just said, that states, local, and government can't be left out.
No, I've never said I didn't disagree with that. I believe fully in
I got you,
local.
Sage. But
I believe in that.
your original argument is that you believe that it's more likely for us to have reparations if we focus on specifically chattel slavery that happened between 1776 and 1865. But as we pointed out, all of the states did not keep slaves until 1865. They'll just try, and as Darquan was pointing out, is when you're talking about the black codes, they're talking about certain laws that were put into place, limitations on people to get economic equality, things like that. Like Darquan was pointing that part out as well. Like that wasn't originally in your original argument. So I mean, I'm just pointed out so like maybe you could explain it better the next time. You know what I'm saying? When you go to somebody else.
All I'm saying is
Y'all
from
niggas really
if
still
we
talking
if
about reparations, bro.
from
Because this is a part of our
1776 to
culture, bro. If it's not
1865
your
is under
culture,
the
then
same
like this
it's
ain't for
under the
you.
same institution, which is the United States of America. Like it is not to be so specific to find a semantical argument to say these things. It is to cover that time span on a federal level. That is a government as an institution. So anything in between that time as the foundation, but I also said all the ongoing harm. Now I fully understand the lineage-based reparations movement. I fully understand it. It's nothing that I'm missing in it. I can explain it further, but I'm not going to limit. I'm breaking down the claim is to the sovereign nation of the United States of America that was established in the year 1776, and they perpetuated slavery, American chattel slavery, to till at least 1865. Okay, that's just giving you the time span. Now, anything in between there, however you want to apply a local reparations, that's another conversation. But I'm just giving you the time span to explain the institution and the reason. It's not to literally hold so tight and find, I guess what rabbit holes in between it. You know what I mean? It's just like, hey, this nation was established in 1776. It is I know there was harms. I know there was slavery before 1776. But the issue is that those wasn't the United States government. That was the British colonies, Spanish colonies, colonies of empires that don't even really exist anymore on the same level, right?
But
So, and then,
that's why we brought up the concept of the other states being added after 1776 because all of them weren't even a part of the United States at 1776. So like you was talking
but
about
were all of them
California,
part of the United States prior to 1865?
yeah, that
They
part,
were,
but
exactly.
there were also states that weren't even states yet by 1865. They didn't become like we're talking about almost half the country. I think the amount of states, it was only like 36 by the time we get to 1865. Like the Union and the Confederacy combined was about 36 states. So like how I mean
Well,
that's why
when
it's
you
a hard
absorb a
conversation.
territory, you absorb its debts.
Yeah,
Are
You
y'all
they
really
but
do.
they
still talking
weren't
about
say
territories
reparations?
yet.
this?
That's what we're trying to say. Like
Can
they
Y'all
I
weren't
still
say
talking? Y'all
this?
still y'all
And
still
I
looking for
think
that magical handout that's never gonna fucking
sun
come?
breather. We're talking about Black American issues, bro.
hold
But
on.
but why
I
is y'all
think
still
I
talking about
think
reparations? Like,
Because we're talking about Black American issues. We're
why
talking
y'all
about
talking
things
about a
that
dream,
affect
bro?
Black American.
Talk about
Okay,
some
so
real shit. Talk about some shit that's gonna come.
all
Some
right.
shit
So
that's actually gonna happen.
let's okay. All right.
Shit
So
that
tell me what
matter.
you tell me what you think about all the school closings that's going on in the United States of America right now.
All the what?
All of the public school closings that are dealing with
Good.
predominantly Black schools.
He
So
don't know what the hell he
Jesus
Goddamn
talking
good.
Christ.
about.
I'm glad
Listen,
them
bro,
goddamn
stop
schools.
Jesus
having the comment.
Christ. So
I'm
you're
glad
not. So
all
Hey,
the
you're
schools
John.
really
that's
not.
Hey,
I
hey,
indoctrinating
don't. I
John,
don't
John,
understand what
John,
your purpose
absolutely
is,
the
then,
fuck.
John.
bro.
Stop having the conversation. He is literally a
The shit
troll
that's
on
teaching niggas they
purpose.
were slaves is closing. Good, absolutely. I'm fucking fantastically fine with some shit
He is
like
a
that.
troll on
That
Next
purpose.
is
I'm just
question.
telling you.
that is quite
Next
sad.
I'm
question.
just telling
That's
you
I
from
don't
the
want to.
know.
Yeah,
I don't want to
it's
convert
yeah,
you to,
it's
bro.
very sad that I don't want children
No,
to be
it's
fucking
very, bro.
numbers and
All
be
right.
indoctrinated. You right?
Hey,
That's
Pumpkin,
sad.
when we gonna
While
have
your
a
ass is
real
still over here looking
conversation,
for a
I'll
fucking
be back.
dream.
I
Ain't
can't
that about
talk
a
to people
bitch?
that are
No,
not
no,
Okay,
no,
hold
no,
on,
informed.
hold
no.
on,
Don't
hold on,
run,
That's
hold
all
bro. We
on,
right.
hold
just
on, just a
We're not gonna
second.
talk
Wait,
about
you
shit
wait,
that
wasting
wait.
your
Hold
matters.
time,
on,
bro.
hold on. One at a time. Like, yeah, we can
Is
come
up
back
here
up,
talking about a
John.
dream. The fuck y'all
Okay,
talking
but
about reparation?
let's
Why can't we
let's
talk about some tangible shit?
hold on a
Shit
second.
that
Hold on a
matters.
second, y'all. Y'all go one at a time, y'all. Let's be respectful, cause we don't want no echo chambers around here, please. And also to add on to that, Bills, everybody's not every black person is not an Indian. There are actually people who are descended from the transatlantic slave trade, and we have rights to tell our story as well. You ain't got to agree with it, just like I ain't got to agree with what you saying, but
It
to each
doesn't
his
matter if I
own.
agree or not. Y'all not getting shit. We not getting shit. What the fuck y'all talking about
No,
this
no, no,
useless
no,
ass
no,
No,
shit
I
for?
was
no.
talking.
See,
I was
is
specifically
The
talking about
that
the
fuck?
schools
mentality?
closing.
Is that
I
No,
was
it's not
mentality
that
that's
specifically talking
mentality.
about the
Y'all want
is
the
schools.
that
motherfuckers that
mentality to
y'all are
me
looking
that
for the
I find
motherfuckers.
is
Just let's
scary.
have some common sense
All
here.
right,
Let's
so
use some
let's have
logic.
some common
Let's
sense.
just
So
use
let
some
me let's
logic.
have some common sense. All
Let's
right.
have some common sense
So
and
so
logic.
are you in
So
school
y'all
for
want the
law? Are you
people.
in
Just
school
hold
for
up,
law right
Darkwan.
now?
Just listen. Just
Well,
listen
no,
to
no, no,
me.
because
Just
you
listen to
came in
me.
there and you
Y'all
jumped in the
want the
conversation
people.
and you ran
No,
somebody
no,
else off.
because
So
you
you need to
niggas aren't
have some
using
you need
logic.
to have some
Y'all
decorum,
talking
right?
about
So
reparations.
you
Y'all are talking
talking
about
about logic
handouts
behind the
because you
wheel
don't
of a
want to hear the
fucking
truth. You
truck.
don't want to hear the
You're
truth.
talking about
You
logic
want
from
a
behind the
motherfucking
wheel of a
handout.
fucking truck,
You
bro.
don't want the
You talk
motherfucking
listen.
truth. You want a
He's
goddamn
talking about
handout.
logic
And
from
that's
listen, all right,
motherfucking
you know what?
sad.
You and me, we
Anyway,
can have a
y'all
debate. No,
niggas
no,
are
no, no,
talking
no.
about handouts,
Don't even no, no.
invisible
I
handouts
want you to
at that,
keep that. I
that
want
are
you to keep
literally
that.
never gonna come because they
All right,
never
let's have a
have come.
debate. Let's
Y'all are
have a
looking
debate.
for the people that whooped
Hey,
y'all
punk,
asses, whooped the
go
world's
on put
asses
us
at
on
that,
Showtime.
enslaved the whole fucking
Let's
world.
have a
Y'all are
fucking
expecting
debate.
them to even have an iota of a heart to give back to
Watch
you
this
niggas?
shit. I'm about to show you
What
something.
the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Ain't y'all trying to get
No,
y'all
no, no,
land
don't worry
back?
That's
about it.
not
Don't worry about it,
reparations,
punkin.
that's restoration.
Don't worry about it,
Motherfucker,
punkin.
y'all
Me and him
talking
gonna have
about
a
But still,
conversation.
what
though,
the hell is
y'all,
No,
wrong
no,
with
let's give
y'all?
Bills Showtime first. Matter of fact, I need one Showtime first. Give you the Showtime first. See what the fuck you talking about. What you actually know. How about that? Let's do it like that. I don't want to play this game with you. I want you to talk. I want you to tell the people your opinion. Go ahead. Tell the people your opinion.
It ain't a goddamn opinion, it's the truth. If they was gonna give y'all some shit, y'all would have been got it. Y'all would have had quote unquote actual rights. They wouldn't be fucking y'all off in the streets. Why are y'all talking about this shit? Like for real. Like, you know what? Take it off Showtime. I want to ask some very simple questions. And I really hope to get some very direct and simple answers. Please take it off Showtime. Please take it off Showtime.
You don't want your showtime because you ain't got much of shit to talk about. This is what I'm saying. You talking about this shit from behind the wheel of a truck, right? Which in your business is your business, but we talking about people who actually are studying law, people who are actually going into legislation. Legislation is actively changing year in over year. People are going into these fields that they weren't allowed into the past 300 fucking years. And that's what you call progressivism, right? The world is progressively changing. So when people like you with this old granddaddy ass mind state, they say, well, they ain't gonna never give it to you. Nobody's asking for it. We're actually going and taking the positions where the change is to be made. So in 2026, outside of your opinion, outside of what you think is gonna happen in the world, there will be people who will get these reparations. And guess what you're gonna claim? You're gonna claim to be a black American at that point. Why? Because black Americans are gonna get reparations and you don't want to be left out of it. Bills won't be a fucking Indian when black youth gets into these positions, which they are getting into in their states, into federal positions. Like when they get into these spaces, Bills is gonna run away from being a fucking black Indian. He's gonna run directly to being a no, no, don't do that. Whoever the fuck did that, I'm giving my last 30 seconds. I ain't playing with you bitches. Straight up and down. Yeah, I ain't playing with you bitches. I'm gonna go get my last 30 seconds because you hoes mad because the facts is there. See, this is what I hate. I hate talking to motherfuckers that ain't doing nothing. That's what pissed me off. Bro, you ain't doing nothing. It's youth out here that's doing something. And you ain't doing a damn thing. You ain't finna take my shit. And if you bitches take it again, I'ma get it back. Don't let this anger fool. Don't let this anger heat you up that bad, bitch. Let me finish what the fuck I'm saying, you goof ass niggas. You niggas is talking from a fucking standpoint of not doing a goddamn thing. None of you niggas. None of you niggas. You just TikTok talking ass niggas. And I get so
Okay.
tired of TikTok talking ass
So can
niggas
I get the
because
big
they not
screen?
around the youth. They not doing shit. This nigga behind the wheel of a
That's
fucking truck.
crazy. You
By the
muted me.
time he
I
turned
don't even have.
40, 50 fucking years
I don't
old,
even have my
he ain't gonna been to done shit.
being a
He ain't
bitch.
gonna been to change shit. He gonna be
Being a
still
bitch right
behind the
now.
wheel of a fucking truck, pitching and
Being a bitch
crying,
with my
claiming
power
he
right
a
now.
goddamn
Crazy.
Indian. Cause
I ain't
niggas
even
took
getting
my
my showtime
motherfucking
because you
shit.
being a bitch right
Nigga,
now.
you asked for the
That's
showtime to end.
peak.
I didn't, nigga. I ain't asked
And
you to
you did,
keep
and you didn't
interrupting me.
end it.
That's
You're
why
still
I asked
talking
for
like a bitch right
showtime.
now.
That's why I asked for showtime.
And you're still
So a
talking like a
silly
bitch.
ass nigga like you can get quiet
I
while a
said
real
take it off the
nigga talk.
showtime so we can have
While
a
a
dialogue.
real nigga talk. I don't want to dialogue with a
So you
dumb
can
nigga.
answer the questions,
I
but
don't
you
want to
want to
dialogue with a dumb nigga.
but you
That's
want
a
to
waste of my time, nigga. You ain't putting in no work in the
sound like
field. You not a
sound like
real nigga. Nigga, you behind the wheel of a truck.
that.
You a truck driving nigga like me, nigga. You not putting in work. You not the youth. You not taking the time out of your life to get into the fields that change shit. I get so tired of you niggas come up here with no motherfucking truth to fact. Nothing but a bunch of bitch ass whining. Nobody want to hear y'all whining, nigga. We want workers. We want niggas who going in the field who got you niggas freedom. You suckers. We want niggas who got y'all the freedom. The ones who weren't crying like y'all. The ones who weren't bitching and whining like y'all. We want them people. The people who actually fought for legislation. People who are still fighting for legislation. That's what it is. Yeah, it ain't about her giving no bitch to Mars. You asked for a conversation. You ain't got no word on the topic. So let me just talk. Because you ain't got nothing to say but bullshit. I don't want to hear your bullshit, thug. Nigga, go. You ain't around the real.
Well, what I would say to this, hold on, let me just say that I don't even need the whole 2 minutes. Um, we need to just strictly focus on lineage because even if they like reject the legislation being proposed, they can't get past the Constitution when you appeal it. So that should be a part of the strategy because the Constitution is nothing higher than the Constitution, and what the Constitution states is in those who were enslaved. It doesn't talk about race, ethnicity, or nothing like that. Even though I agree it should be reparations behind Jim Crow and everything else that came behind it. But then you opening up a can of worms for the small hats to receive another form of reparation, as well as other class of people who were discriminated against. But if you leave it solely based off of slavery, then and nothing beats that when it comes to the Constitution, which you will actually need, because they're gonna play around that, but nothing beats the Constitution, and that's what everyone should focus on in our land. You correct.
You can tell when a dumbass bitch ass nigga don't got shit to actually dialogue on. The reason I didn't want showtime is because I actually wanted to ask you questions. Cause you talking about where these people get in legislation. People been in legislation and doing this shit. And they ain't done shit for your stupid ass. Yeah, and they're not gonna do shit for your stupid ass. It's a foreign corrupt corporation. Why the fuck would they do shit for the people they enslaved? They ain't actually even free your stupid ass. They emancipated your dumb asses. They'll let you go from home, but they ain't free you stupid ass niggas yet. That's why you gotta go to work. That's why you gotta pay rent. You talking about from being behind the wheel of a truck, bitch? You in the same situation. You still in America too. You ignorant bitch. What does it matter that I'm behind the truck? You bad built motherfucking organ pocketed bitch. No, reparations are not exclusively for black people. That's why the white tea people are getting your reparations right now. That's why the police don't do shit to them. That's why they walk by them and tip their hat. That's why all these other people can come in your shit in your house and kick over shit and do all types of shit and they don't get in trouble for it. But you walk any type of way and you get in trouble for it. They getting your shit right now. But y'all niggas want to talk about reparations, a dream that's literally never gonna fucking come. Who else gotten it? That's why I wanted to ask, who's gotten reparations so far? Who got their reparations? Who has gotten their reparations yet? Where they at? Who got their 40 acres in their music yet? Who has it yet? I just want to know. That ain't your sorry ass. You on this bitch talking tough, nigga. You not doing shit. You not doing the fuck thing. We ain't seen shit. We ain't seen your name in no headlines, pushing shit for black folks in America. Bitch, you the one ain't doing shit. And you talking big like you doing something. You're not. You're sitting on TikTok just like everybody else talking about a fucking dream. Like the bitch ass nigga you are. So what's next? Still gonna talk about a fucking dream that's never gonna come? You niggas are goofy. Like, come on now.
Man, it gets to a point where arguing with bird brain niggas is wasting a lot of goddamn time. So if y'all remember, I told y'all my name is in the court docket in Montgomery County Circuit Court for helping a black lady get off of a fucking charge where she pew pew somebody in the middle of a robbery, right? So when you act like there ain't youth out here that's really putting in the work, you got to understand people like you, they're banking on. They banking on people like Bill because they got U.S. children, they got Chinese children, they got children from every different race that don't have that detrimental ideology, and they don't even have as much to argue, them, or fight for. We have so much to argue, them, and fight for, and that people like him are detrimental to the progress. Like, bro, I can give two shits about what you talking about. I'm seeing the youth in Tennessee come up into legislation. If you ain't checked, that motherfucker came up there with an afro, black as hell, standing on business for his people. You know what I mean? You got people like Jadman Crockett, and y'all can have an argument about it all you want. I can give a shit. But you have those people. And without the civil rights legislation, without people like Thurgood Marshall, without these people going into Congress and fighting and arguing on behalf of black people, nigga, you wouldn't even be as half as free as you are. So I find it hella hilarious for a nigga to pass you the torch like Sage Burner and you go and take the torch and throw the shit in the water. I find it very hilarious for a nigga like Sage Burner to hand you the torch and you blow it out because you think nothing's gonna happen from it. Boy, my boy, you a joke. Get from behind the wheel and actually go put in the work for your community and realize that you had a power within your hands to make the change. All it is, you have to get your people behind you. But nobody's getting behind some pessimistic ass, crying ass nigga. Nobody.
My bad. I just had to burn some sage because I am sage burning. Let me turn this on. All right, man. Like I'll say this, man. One thing I don't do is play around with reparations. I've been in the reparations movement, the modern reparations movement, since like 2017, 2018. I've been pretty much in every California reparation task force meeting that happened in either San Francisco, Sacramento, or Oakland. I've been in a few in Georgia and in New York. So I put a lot of energy and time into the Black American community and even fighting for reparations. So I don't care about the origin story. It's for my people, right? It's just it is what it is, and I'm not gonna even sit up here and play around where, oh, it's not gonna happen. You know how much actual evolution and advancements we've had since 2020 with reparations. The only reason why half of you even talk about reparations on these stages is because of the work that's been done in the last 7-8 years. That's a fact. It's been on every news outlet. It's damn near been in the stratosphere in conversation every day. So to think that Black Americans ain't close to reparations or can't get reparations is crazy work to me. And I will also say this, right? And as an Indian, I'm gonna say this shit. I might get pissed off. If you're an Indian, you ain't got no reason to be mad at Black Americans getting reparations or the sense of chattel slaves. If you feel like you need to get something, enroll in your tribe, establish your tribe, get your fucking reparative justice based off your lineage because you can do it faster than them. But most of you niggas ain't doing it. So how dare
So, how are you guys? I'm gonna say this. Saw on an article, but I was about to say it anyway. The reason why somebody mentioned the UN, which is the Union organization in Africa that they're fighting for Black Americans reparation, and somebody was saying, no, they're not doing. No, they are. Reason why is because many Black Americans don't know actually, like Japanese America, all these, they're getting those reparation, and that's why African Union they were doing that. So it's gonna happen.
Like, give me the big screen.
Yeah,
Niggas
niggas
is
want to
talking out
stop
their
niggas
asses.
show.
Niggas is really talking out their asses.
Man,
Give me the
you
big
ain't in the
screen.
field.
Hey,
You in
give
a
me the big screen.
motherfucking truck,
Hey,
man.
give me the big screen.
Stop it.
Whatever, nigga. Give me the big
Nigga, what
screen.
are you doing in this
So, how
world?
many black communities have received reparations?
That's
While
a
no federal
dumbass question.
reparations have been enacted in the U.S., a limited number of local, municipal, and institutional initiatives have provided or are in the process of providing reparations to black communities and
Did
individuals.
y'all hear this
Y'all
nigga
niggas
just
are in the
prove himself
process.
wrong?
How long y'all been in the
Did
process?
y'all hear this nigga just
How
prove
long have
himself
y'all been in the
wrong?
process?
Indians die at they
How long have y'all
fucking
been in the
bro.
process?
You niggas really
How
die
long
at
have y'all
y'all
niggas been in the
motherfucking.
process?
Y'all die at y'all receipts.
How long have y'all niggas when did
Listen
slavery
to this
end?
nigga, y'all.
When did slavery end?
Read it. Keep reading.
Hold on,
When did
just
slavery
let
end?
him, just let him finish.
I'm just,
Finish
I'm
up
just,
what
I'm
you.
just, I'm asking.
Yeah,
That's
finish
why I
what you
said I
reading.
want to ask some questions
No,
and
no,
get some
finish what you
serious
reading.
answers. So
Finish
when
what
did
you reading so you
slavery
can ask
end?
us some questions.
When did
Finish what you
slavery
reading.
end?
Punk, he's scared to finish reading because he know he just died. Finish reading.
Because the first U.S. city to pay reparations in 2021, approving over 6 million in housing assistance. Housing assistance, nigga. Housing assistance. And where is that housing assistance now? How
Legislature.
how far
Hold
has
on,
that shit
hold on.
gotten?
So you want to attack actual progress that was made because it
That's
wasn't
why
Nigga,
he's a
y'all
on the
haven't
waste of
done
projected that
fucking
shit.
you
time.
expected to
Y'all
be.
haven't gotten shit.
Hold up. Now let me point something out.
That's why he's a
When
waste of
did
time,
hold up?
Y'all
Sage.
Check this.
haven't
Hold up.
gotten
I got a
shit.
question.
Go ahead.
When did the Pamunkey get federal recognition? Give me the year.
Oh, fuck that. I asked
No,
you the
no, no.
question.
Nah,
When did
nah, nah,
slavery end?
nah.
When
Hold on.
did
Let's
Fuck
stand
slavery
on it.
that.
end?
When did the
When did
Fuck
Pamunkey
slavery
that.
get
end?
federal recognition?
When
Give
did
me the
slavery
year.
end?
I'll
He
give
When
you
did
don't
the year
even
slavery
fuck
end?
that.
2015.
When
The
did
year was
slavery end?
2015.
When
You
did
want me to give
slavery
you a
end? Because I
lineup
asked
of
my
how
question
many
first.
tribal,
I asked
how
my
many
question
tribes
first.
didn't get
I asked my question first. When did
reparative
slavery
justice
end?
until
I
Bill, you
asked my
2006?
embarrassing
question first.
yourself.
When did
So
slavery
cut that
end?
shit out,
Bill,
dog.
I
you
asked my
embarrassing
question first. When
yourself,
did
dog.
slavery end?
You're embarrassing yourself.
When did slavery end?
He's embarrassing himself. He just
When
died
did
at his own
slavery
source.
end?
And I
When
thought it
did
was a joke
slavery
when they
end?
said Indians died at their own source, but you literally just died at your own source.
No, the reason why he's not is acting like that is because that information was never revealed to him. So when you are showing that information to him,
When did
he
slavery end, bro?
realize, okay, this is
When
actually
did slavery end?
uh, uh, hold on, son, brother. The reason why some people may be like, you're
When
not
did
gonna.
slavery end, bro?
God damn, you gonna let everybody else talk because you ain't got no information.
I've been to ask my question, but
Okay,
nobody want to
we'll let
answer it.
everybody else talk. We're gonna
When
do
did
like the
Slavery
Indians.
slavery
was
end?
abolished
We're
in
gonna do like the Indians.
1863, but it was
Abolished? When did
finalized by
slavery end,
1865.
nigga?
What are
When were
you trying
niggas
to say?
actually free? When did slavery end?
Nigga, do you even know? We don't
It
know because you
never
still.
fucking happened. And y'all talking about like this is on a mass scale. 250, over 254 individuals? Really?
So if you want,
No, ain't no,
hold up,
bro.
Sean,
Where did this shit happen on the mass scale?
check this.
Y'all talking
If
about
you
pushing
want to say
reparations and
slavery,
shit.
hold up.
Where are
If
the
you want to say
reparations?
slavery ain't never
Where are
ended,
the
I got a
reparations?
question. When in all out history was people not a slave to something?
Bro, where are the reparations?
Can you give me that answer?
When did
When in
slavery end
all
and
of
where are the
human
fucking
history
reparations?
has a human not been enslaved to something? If you want to just extend slavery as the definition
So then the world
outside
is
of
owed
the
reparations.
abolishment
Then.
and the
So then the whole world
emancipation in
is owed reparations. Then.
1865, then you're taking
Yo,
slavery into all
So
out
everybody outside of
mental
Africans
and
is
all
owed
hey,
this shit. So
reparations.
I'm gonna
So what
ask
you
you,
saying,
when in
Sage, is that
human
everybody
history
outside of
was
Africa is owed
slavery
reparations
was
too?
people not enslaved in some form of system?
So people outside of Africa are owed reparations too.
shit, they
All
might be,
right,
but they
man.
ain't on reparations from who we owed them from. That's it.
So reparations are owed to everybody outside of Africa too, then, right, Sage?
They might be, but they ain't know from the people
Oh
it's
no, ain't
owed
no
from
I
might
them.
be.
mean,
You heard what
no,
Sage
no,
just said.
but people
They
Hey,
outside
ain't
of
I'm
no
not
Africa
might
got
be.
their
denying it.
They are.
reparations though.
I'm
The
not
whole
denying
world is
it.
in, based off of what Sage just said. The whole fucking world is entitled to reparations.
Look,
Where the
we
fuck are they
giving
at?
we giving
To
I
the
didn't
I
y'all.
say
state, we
that.
giving the
What
I
are you
state
talking about?
reparations.
I just
Didn't you
asked
just
you.
say that
Right.
at some point
Oh
the whole
God,
world was
man.
in some form of slavery? Didn't you just say that shit?
So, do you want to have a conversation or do you want to lead the
I
conversation?
genuinely do. Where are y'all reparations, bro? Where are they
Okay,
at?
well, be quiet and listen. Did Sage leave? 'Cause I
No,
ain't got
I'm
him no
right
more.
here. Speak. You said be quiet.
Okay.
Listen. We try to listen.
So like I said, at the end of the day, right? We got people, like I said, you got the H bill, I mean the House bill that's still on the floor being debated right now. It's still in Congress. We got a House bill that's still in
So
Congress.
still shit still being debated. Where's the
Oh,
tangible shit?
see what I'm saying? I'll
No,
let you lead the
they
conversation.
gon'
I'm
they
Listen,
asking
gon'
is
they
still
gon'
nah,
reparations. I'm
nigga,
not.
because I'm
Look,
not finna keep
Raquan,
playing with
here's
you.
the
No, no,
thing. I'm
no,
not
no. Like
asking
if you want
about
to
a
have a
bill being
conversation,
considered.
like
I
if you
do
want
want
to
to
have
have
a
a conversation,
conversation,
but
my
I need
nigga,
you to
then you gotta
understand what I'm
listen.
saying, so you
You're
can get me
using your
better.
mouth and not your
I
ears.
no,
God
I
gave you
need you to
two
so you can
ears and
understand me
one mouth.
better. I need you to
No, no,
understand
no,
me
no, no.
better.
I understand everything
No,
you're
you
saying.
don't. You put
God gave you two ears and one mouth. That's so you can listen twice as hard as you speak, right? So, especially somebody like you, my nigga, there's house bills, and then like you just said, there are bills being passed in people's states specifically. So imagine, right? Like the state of Mississippi has only one Democratic leader that has even made it to Congress, right? Up until this point, Benny Thompson. Benny Thompson is our only Democratic leader that's ever even made it to Congress, right? And that's only happened within the past, I don't know, 50 fucking years. So when people don't understand the grand scale of progressivism, then that means you don't understand the grand scale of America. So if you can't understand that progressivism is in the time in which you exist, meaning you yourself have an opportunity and an ability to become a part of progressivism. But with that mentality that you're pushing, you might as well tell women to go ahead and kick their shoes off, be pregnant, and cook in the kitchen. You might as well tell homosexual people to hide in the closet because we're about to whoop your ass in the streets if we find out that you gay. Like progressivism is what it is said to be. Progressivism. It is a progression of things. It is not a it's happened now. It's happening now. And it's happening over the period of time because America is stuck in a sexist, racist society. And it takes men, women, whatever the fuck you want to be, in order to push the progressivism. And it's happening across state lines. It starts at your local municipality. Your local municipality can allocate funds. That's why I tell people I don't per se vote in the presidential election because if, like I said, if the Merrill Lynch Bank let the American public choose who the fuck their president was, I take my money out the bank. I don't necessarily vote in the presidential elections, but I wholeheartedly believe in voting in municipal elections, voting in state elections, voting in things that you can somewhat control that still have some form of formality to them. And these things are happening. Like so, when you get up here and talk, I'm really wasting my time going back and forth with you. You don't
And
understand government.
and all this to happen correctly, there have to be a delineation completely, because especially immigrants. I'm from Kenya. All right, I'm
Mambo.
poor son. I'm saying. So there have to be a delineation. There have to be where black. These are black Americans. These are black immigrants. There have to be a difference on that, because otherwise, the reason why some people they don't see that reparation is because other people are taking advantage of it. So that has to occur first.
And that's a fact. And so,
we
No, no,
overtaking
no,
it.
no.
Cause
Hey,
look,
Hold on,
look,
hold,
so
no,
hold
let
no.
me get
on.
the best
Let
friend
me.
in.
Wait. I ain't get to cook yet. I ain't get to
He
cook
said
yet
something
because
that was kind of incorrect. Let me say something.
wait.
The reason why we didn't get reparations isn't because other people is taking advantage of it. Reparations is a debt owed. There's not. So let's just be clear. Now, if you want to speak about immigrants taking advantage of
my bad, Sage. You
resources
right.
that go to Black Americans, that's one conversation, but that's not reparations. All
Right, right,
right. So
right.
let's not mix the two. of
Right,
what
right.
you know what I mean. Y'all take advantage of resources that might go
Exactly.
to us, but it's not reparations. I just want to be
That's on
clear
But
on
my
point.
that.
thing
Yeah,
is,
but remember that
what
reparations are
resources did
still
we
a
really get
resources.
though? You feel me? Because
So
it's not
resources,
even
and this is
that.
what people
Wait,
don't
wait, wait, wait,
understand.
wait, wait, dark.
Because you asked the
Goddamn.
question, the
Wait,
resources that
bruh.
people
You
get,
ain't.
bro,
Wait. You ain't let me cook,
it's
bruh.
municipal resources. Like
This
people
boy
got
like hearing himself talk,
nah,
bro.
hear me out, bro. Because you asked the question. Like what people keep getting
I was
fucked up and
building on
confused.
something.
Like, bro, it's so many resources that's a
Damn, I'm saying we over complicating the topic of reparations because the first thing they asked was everybody else outside of Africa got their reparations. We paying reparations to the I state for what the Germans did. We pay reparations to the Indians. We pay reparations to the Japanese. We paying all type of reparations in this country. They just don't want to give reparations to black people because they just never gave us our 40 acres and a mule. They never apologized for what they did to Black Wall Street, all type of stuff. So when you got these bills like what Gavin Newsom had in California, and they just keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, they just trying to give you something that's just put something in your face and then never give it to you. That's the game they've been playing for the longest. You know what I'm saying? So if they wanted to give us tangibles, the black immigrant population isn't that high. So we really would that wouldn't even really be a case of, oh, they're gonna take our, we need to just focus completely on delineation. We need to focus on actually getting them to pay our reparations because at the end of the day, it ain't even enough black immigrants for them to really just even cut a hole in the pocket of what we got when we spending trillions on military funds and stuff like that. We got it. We just sending it to everybody because they want the YT people to get that money and they don't want to repair what they did to black people. And that's all around. That's across the diaspora. That's just in general. But I'll land my plane. I'll land my plane there, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
homie. The
I
white
want to
tees and shit
respond
are
to
getting
Shaka,
your
but I'll wait.
reparations, nigga. That's why you ain't got shit right now. That's why you ain't got no fucking rights. That's why you get slang from the
listen to this
Sun
motherfucking
nigga.
streets
breathing,
like goddamn
bro. Why
dogs.
are
Listen to
you
this
so
nigga.
anti-reparation? If
I
you
just want
Yeah,
anti,
y'all to
yeah.
it's
listen
Listen
to
cool.
to
this
me
Just
tell
nigga.
you the fucking
I
truth,
get it,
nigga.
but just
Listen to
leave it
Listen
this
to me
alone.
nigga.
tell you what
Let
happens
us
on the
have a
news every fucking
conversation
day.
about it
Yes, you right.
instead
Alright.
of pushing back
Yeah,
against it
listen
because
to
we're
me.
trying to build on it.
Listen to him, y'all. I
It's
want
no
y'all to
point
hear
of
this.
taking away from it.
This
If you
is the
ain't trying to build
strongest
on it,
form of
then
niggatry
don't
you can
build on
find.
it. But you ain't got to be an obstructionist, right? It's no point in being an obstructionist. If it don't affect you, you don't care about it, and don't obstruct it. Now, Shaka, I want to respond to you, right? To say that it wouldn't be a thing, right? To me, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I've been on stage with you. I'm not with that panty shit. You get what I'm saying?
You
I'm
think
just
you an
not.
Indian,
And to
bro? So
me,
I mean, come on.
hold up, and
You
to me,
lost your
that was a little
No,
reparations.
no,
bit too
no.
much
Skip the Indian
pantying.
part. Skip the Indian part. Just
I
listen to what
ain't
he's
got nothing to
saying.
do with no Indian nothing. Like y'all be thinking it
Yeah,
got something
skip
to
the
do with no
Indian
Indian.
part.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Black Americans, dog. You get what I'm saying? So
Real
I'm
rap.
not with that whole. It doesn't matter. No, we need to first of all disaggregate. Number one, because if we don't disaggregate or delineate, disaggregate is really what we need to do for the records. Okay, delineation is more so for records and culture, right? So I personally believe we need to delineate all the way around, which means you ain't black unless you one of us. Just that simple. I draw the line in the sand, but I ain't gonna argue about it. Now, as far as disaggregation, making sure that we are represented specifically as who we are. So things, resources, all these things that are meant for us, that definitely needs to happen because if, especially within the conversation of reparations, because the number one argument that these motherfucking white tea people like to say is, who does it go to? Now, as Black Americans, we know good and well that's a simple question, right? But it's the argument. And without this aggregation or slightly delineation, that won't work and that argument will stay there. So we have to have it so that argument will never be, they can't, it's nothing for them to argue. And also,
They gon' but that's
hold
what
up,
they
there
do
are
though.
quite a few melanated immigrants in this country that
It's the
no,
opposite, bro.
ain't no way in hell they need to be a party or subject or get anything or be in a pool to get a reparations, and I'm not even
It-
gonna overlook that.
but look, Sage, it's only
Yeah,
nine
It's
this is
percent of
not
lineage
talking
immigrants
based.
are
about
It's
black.
that.
lineage based or nothing.
And you going
That's
on
it.
YT
And
talking
that's
points.
wait,
That's the same
hold
people who
on,
say if you
Shaka.
comply,
Shaka,
like they'll say
wait,
anything.
wait. Yeah, but that's why I brought up it will have to stay there because you open up a can of worms to the small hats. They'll receive a double portion of reparations on top of
They
whatever they
get they
already
reparate. The
have.
small hats get their reparations. They
Yo,
got a whole
small hats
Yeah,
state,
wouldn't
but
get no reparations.
bro. We
Like
send them reparations.
what you're trying to do. Hold up, cha, cause you know I rocks
mm,
with you. What you're doing is you're separating the harms part off of the lineage, right? Now I get it. If
that's
you was to say if we was just basing it off the harms
done
alone,
to
but it's
by the
not the
American
harms
government.
alone. It is the harms based off of a specific lineage that came from that chattel slavery. So
yeah, but
no,
what?
small hats
But
wouldn't
hold
get no
on,
no
hold
action.
on, hold
They
on.
get
Mexicans wouldn't get
action.
no action. None of them would get no action based
And
off
I
of our
agree with
claim
that.
because it's
I
lineage based to begin
agree.
with.
Hold on. See, you gotta relax. I'm
He relaxed.
agreeing
He was
with
just
you.
correcting you.
No,
But that's
you.
wrong. Small
It's
hats
nothing.
get reparations.
Oh my God. That's why I was saying I'm agreeing with you with the lineage based reparation. It can't because I was listening to y'all earlier, and when you take it out of, thank you, Jesus, I'm agreeing with y'all. You're so aggressive with it. You don't even understand when somebody's with you, nigga. Damn. That's why when I was listening to you guys earlier, I was adding other stuff outside of just lineage. I don't know if that was John who was saying that. Y'all gotta stick to the lineage because if y'all don't, then that shit applies to other people, like i.e. for example, small hats and certain other particulars. You know, that's why. That's all I was just saying. I agree with you with the lineage, and it's sticking solely towards lineage because if they say for say for example they reject it, it's gonna go into appeals. I know it is, but they can't refute the Constitution, and if they stick to that, then reparations will be granted to nobody else but what slavery was inflicted on. That's all I'm saying. My goodness. All right, you can take me off. Showtime.
So
So,
I'm gonna tell y'all really the crux of the issue when it comes to reparations, right? And when you been in the is at least a modern day reparation, and this is gonna be the argument that really is at the bottom of it, and people a lot of people don't want to just admit it. The argument is this: if you do lineage based reparations based off the current model of lineage based reparations, at least projected by like California and most reparations throughout the nation, right? Is they're saying you have to be a descendant of people who was here
Tengo un
prior
saco de mojado,
to
pero si quieres.
Luvia. Go on mute real quick. Press mute, young lady. All right, so yeah, it's either it's lineage based, but also they like to add on the caveat that you have to be identifying as black for at least like the last 10, 20 years. I think it was 10 years in California. Again, states you gotta make their own eligibility, but it's all gonna stay within the same realm, right? Now this is the thing: when you go with lineage based reparations, this is what's gonna happen. Those There's gonna be plenty of white people who descend from chattel slaves, right? But they don't identify as black. And they haven't identified as black in generations or whatever, right? They are going to contest it because they are, in fact, lineage descendants, right? Now, that's going to go into a whole nother paradigm. The other argument is if you go the opposite route, that means you're opening the door for people of other of not of chattel slave lineage, such as like maybe Africans or Caribbean people who's been here since, like what Cha Cha was talking about, where other people can kind of full play into these
Yeah, that's all
harms,
I was saying.
right? No, you're right for bringing that up. I'm not. I get these concepts, right? The argument is which side you got to take, lineage or not. Now, again, when I said the scrutiny is going to come with lineage when white tea people or anybody else that descend from American child slaves are going to contest it. That's going to be the problem. Anything else outside of that is not really problematic. It's pretty much cut and dry.
Wait, I'm confused how white people
Because
claim.
so in different states, right? The a lot of reparations on the lineage based grassroots level is pushing for, like, you have to have identified as black to really be like the full spectrum in a way. But what I'm saying is that will be contested by white tea people, because there are white tea people who exist today who descend from chattel slaves, not white tea chattel slaves, black chattel slaves. You get what I'm saying? So they will argue
Oh, you talking about
lineage
mixed
based.
people?
It's yes, whatever. It's not. The point is lineage, right? Is arguing lineage, and that lineage is the path we have to take. Number one. However, the problem is going to come really, and we're not there yet, but it's going to be the problem is when lineage is contested based off of who is eligible. That's going to be the problem. Anything else is not really the problem. We just need to stay focused on advocating for lineage based reparations.
Yeah, because if that it doesn't been explained, it's gonna be an open, just like take it as an example of fit the description. It means if it's not been explained well, so many people will fit the description of that to receive that. If that makes sense.
But I just don't want no room forever. That's my stance. It will have to be lineage based first and foremost, because then you leave a room forever. You leave a room for
Yeah, but
mass
you
appeal.
Indian though, Wendy. You wouldn't be qualified for the reparations.
No, they got their Indians got their reparations. I don't know if y'all got left out.
So Cha Cha got a
Technically,
reparation.
No, the natives
first
getting
of
their
all,
Nah,
reparations right
I
now. They
don't
got
know
their
about them
casinos
Indians,
and
but the
shit.
Native
Yeah, the natives
Americans,
getting
yeah,
their
that's what I'm
reparations.
this
saying.
is
The
why.
natives. Those aren't
This
no
is
Shaka.
why
So
That's
so
what
I
I'm saying,
hold
Shaka.
hold
Those
hold
aren't
on,
Indians. Those are the natives. But they
Why
damn
you
sure
come
getting
up?
their reparations. They got casinos. They
Leroy?
got a
Why
little
you
piece
come
of
up
I
here
land.
know
You
they
know, they
getting
trolling?
theirs.
isolated than a
Why
motherfucker.
did
Don't
you
really
come
have
up here
shit else.
trolling, Leroy? Mm.
See, that's why I hate when bozos be coming on stage or to ask ended on the conversation. I'm indigenous at the end of the day, and I've been living as a black woman all my life. Okay, matter of fact, I'm the definition of what blackness is in America, and so are my ancestors. I'm tired of you bozos playing, and see, this is type of goofy ass arguments that will have us losing in pill courts forever and a day before we even see it in our generation. What I'm talking about is no room or margin for any type of error at all. Cause pan goofies like you will give your shit away to everybody and their mama that's not even from here. Alright, so let's get to that. And that's what my fight is. That's where my energy is in the fight when we're talking about reparations. It shouldn't be no room forever, black and white, clear as day, who gets what we want, and that it goes to black Americans, not people of color, not small hats or anything like that. But go ahead, y'all. I mean, y'all want to play around or have a serious conversation. I understand me and you, Uncle Leroy, be going back and forth, but when the conversation of reparations happen, I'm not playing. I
Yeah.
did. I
Yo,
did
yeah,
outside.
like again,
Yo,
man,
niggas cut
like
the
y'all
showtime?
gotta really start having like if y'all gonna have a conversation about reparations, at
Or
least
niggas cutting the
don't
showtime?
talk crazy. Like the whole Indian thing, it don't matter. First of all, just to be clear, not all tribes got reparations or reparative justice. And guess what? All the tribes that get reparative justice keep on going back to get it. Because
That's a fact. Like I say, I don't feel like nobody should have a say in the conversation about reparations if they ain't done no work towards it. Like I'm gonna handle this shit like how niggas handle the Jocko situation. Nigga, don't say shit if you ain't sent no money, nigga. I don't hear nothing nigga talking about if they ain't put no work in towards it, if they ain't never seen what it looked like working towards it, if they don't know the field of reparations, if they don't know nothing, nigga, I don't want to talk to you about it. You never done shit to even know what it's about. You don't know how far the people done came. You don't know how far people done gone. You don't know shit. The fuck are we even talking to you about? Nigga, you ain't in the field for real. I need to talk to soldiers and soldiers only. The military don't have a conversation with civilians. You know what I'm saying? And that's how niggas who in the reparation field need to talk, need to handle shit. Nigga, if you ain't in the field, what the fuck am I talking to you about operations for? You don't know what the fuck operations is. You don't know how intel get to us. You don't know nothing. You just talking about some shit you seen on the news, nigga. I don't talk to no news hearing ass nigga. When I actually get my intel from the field, nigga, fuck am I talking to you about? You're wasting my goddamn time. You know what I'm saying? So that shit for the birds. The bullshit for the birds. Anybody that's really in the field of operations, anybody that's really working towards this shit, man, don't take serious the shit you hear on no fucking TikTok. Nigga, keep working. Nigga, you think if a nigga heard you know what that remind me about? It remind me of the nigga who was in slavery. I said, man, we ain't never getting out of this. Man, them white folk got their foot on our neck. Man, we ain't never getting up out of here. You think if Harriet Tubman Nat Turner was like, yeah, you right. Let me go and get back to raking my hoe. Everything will be where it's at now? Hell no. Fuck talking to a nigga that ain't in the field for real. Let them niggas die where they at, and everybody ain't meant to go. Point blank, period.
I saw a
sometimes
nigga
I'll
that
be
can read
thinking
from Reddit and
Darquan is
Twitter.
really an Indian. He just
I
think
saw
he
a nigga that can
African.
read from Reddit and Twitter
Me
and come back with
too.
this
Me
Sometimes I
shit.
think that
too.
nigga
A
really
nigga that
Indian.
read from Reddit
He
and
just want
Twitter.
to be African so
A
bad.
nigga
But
that
shout
read
out
from
to
Reddit
that.
and Twitter don't mean shit to me.
Nah, he
And
just
That's
especially
been
if
my
you the
nigga,
government's
man.
bitch on top of
Yeah,
it.
he been
that's
You
my
talking
teaching
about
nigga.
that.
being in the field,
Make me
nigga. You
laugh.
haven't done shit. You're in the field as the government's bitch. You talking about being in the military, so what? You serve the same people that fucked your people over. Cool, good. You're the greatest.
Hey,
You're
you
the fucking
driving the
greatest.
truck, right? You
You're the
driving the truck,
greatest.
right?
You're the
Watch
fucking
this shit.
greatest.
You driving the
You
truck,
see
right?
you bragging
Let me
about
ask you a
serving the
question. You
same
driving the truck,
motherfuckers.
right?
Yeah, that's right. Overtalk
Watch
me.
how he gonna
Overtalk.
answer
Get
my
mad.
question.
Overtalk me.
No, I
Yeah,
ain't over
get mad.
talking you. I'm asking you
Overtalk
a
me.
Man,
question.
can
Get
we
mad and
say
overtalk me.
I'm
screw
asking you a
all
Get
question.
y'all? You
mad and
ain't gotta
overtalk me. That's
defend
cool.
yourself, son, breathing.
I ain't
Just
got
chill
to.
out.
Get mad
Let's
and
Yeah.
move on
overtalk
Hey,
to
me.
the
That's cool.
conversation,
how many
man. Just
Indians we got on
relax.
Get
this
mad
panel
and
right
Hey,
now?
good
How
overtalk
many
me. That's
Indians
everybody,
we got on
cool.
this
man.
panel? How many Indians we got on this panel?
Get
Because
mad and
A
y'all
whole
not
overtalk me.
bunch of
So
entitled.
once
Indians,
Not
again,
dog.
entitled to reparation.
once again,
You're
this
not
is
Leroy,
entitled
a
to
don't get
reparations.
hit with an arrow, man.
Hey, man, I was
You
listening to what he was
trolling,
saying,
dog.
man. He
Yeah,
was
but
like,
I'm
Leroy.
if
serious.
Stop
Like when
that.
I
Leroy,
say that, I'm
You
please,
serious.
trolling.
you're
please,
You
not in
bro.
ain't
the field,
serious.
man, I understand what he was saying though,
Wait,
because
wait.
Eh, eh,
Here's what I'm
you
confused
can't link
about though.
yourself back to Africans and chattel slavery
That's what
that was
I'm
brought
saying.
over
And
here and
how
get
you claiming
reparations.
reparations? You don't even believe in slavery happened.
Right.
You was already here. What you need reparations for?
It's
What
not
are you
just
talking about,
motherfuckers from
dog?
chattels that say
You
y'all
all
not
over
getting
the
it
place.
either.
no,
It's
no,
not
I
just
wouldn't
niggas from
say that.
chattel
No, I
slavery
wouldn't
that can
say
That
get
shit
there's
a
no
reparations.
comparing the
contradiction,
in the
bro.
field. That reparation applies on both sides of our people, bro. Some of our people that feel like they was here, and some of our people that felt like we was mixed in with.
Damn, I got restricted and I ain't
No,
even
they
saying
are not
nothing.
allowed to speak. They
It's
not allowed to
almost as
speak
if I'm
on
telling the
our
truth. A nigga
behalf
got restricted and I ain't
because
even say
we
shit.
because they gonna muddy it with a false history. Imagine them going in front of Congress. They going in front of Congress with that stuff. Imagine them going in front of Congress saying we want reparations, but we Indians and we indigenous and blah 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 blah. They gonna laugh them out the room. So if they get to shut the hell up, you're not allowed to speak. They can't speak for us.
Nah, bro, you wrong. There are black people that are mixed with indigenous blood, so they wouldn't get laughed out the room necessarily. Nah, shit, they could probably double dip. Honestly, if people can draw back their lineage to indigenous Americans, and we can argue who the indigenous Americans are, but if people can draw back their lineage to indigenous Americans, right, they would be able to double dip. It wouldn't necessarily be that they get laughed out the room. Like we laugh at it, shit, we black people, so we gonna laugh at a nigga hollering about the indigenous. That's just in us. That's what we gonna do. We gonna laugh at niggas for anything. But at the end of the day, like I said, the way that the law works, if you have a tort, understand what a tort is, because all this shit would be in civil claims. If you have a tort, right, that my ancestors were indigenous Americans, or if my ancestors were African Americans, and they have been
That's why I bring the Constitution up, because they don't talk about who's indigenous and who's African. They say the enslaved people in the Constitution. And on
why
top
did
of
niggas
that,
end my
Damn enough.
showtime, bro?
yeah,
I don't
I
really
I
know
mean,
ain't
that's
what's
gonna
gonna
going
take
on.
longer. Dying
Yeah,
people,
man.
man.
It's somebody in the comments hating bad. Like
I
I
don't
don't
know,
get that.
but
So, Dark,
whoever was talking, if that was Dark One, he was actually
you,
making some
in
sense.
order
And
for you, in order for
Right.
you
And I
to
was
qualify
trying
for
to
the
continue making
reparations,
my tour. Go ahead.
yeah,
What
but
do
in
because
you
order for
tort
you to
claims is
qualify for the reparation,
bringing up
or if
tort
you to
claims is actually important, and
that's
a lot of people
exactly what it
don't
look, in
really
is.
order
know
for
that.
you, here we go.
Yeah, so as I was finishing, like, and I only got a minute. So let me finish. So again, the argument would be in tort claims. If you said that the U.S. government has done my people wrong, whether that be indigenous Americans, and if it's African Americans as well as indigenous Americans, nigga, you have a double claim on your motherfucking hands. Nigga, the U.S. government got to pay you both ways. Cause why? Cause I can prove that my ancestry comes from Africans, and I can prove that my ancestry comes from indigenous. So that's a double dip. So it don't mean that they gonna laugh you out of court. Shit, you gonna be the most scariest nigga in court. Why? Cause nigga, damn, we gotta pay this nigga both ways. Like he ain't even no bullshitter. Like this nigga got proof to both sides. They gonna have to pay you both ways. You know what I'm saying? So understand how the that's what I said. Arguing with niggas that don't know how the court system work, that don't understand how people get paid in simple civil claims is a waste of time. Talk to people that know what the fuck they talking about. Don't waste your time with niggas that just are pessimistic.
Yeah, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I 100% agree with him, and I'm gonna explain. And I say this to people all the time. I'm like, why would, if you're indigenous, why are you trying to muddle up or get involved with the reparations claim? Because you have a restitution reparative justice claim for yourself. You can either A, enroll in your tribe. B, if your tribe is classified as extinct, you can reconstitute your tribe. You can really set up tort claims to get what is owed to you and still have access to reparations. There's no reason to muddle up these conversations. They are very separate, and actually, they are extremely different. But the most interesting thing about it is reparations isn't a one time thing. Every Native American tribe that has gotten reparative justice goes back about every 10, 15 years to get more because it's not done until the community is repaired.
Oh no, no, I ain't gonna lie. For somebody who has been in the court system, it sounds like Sage agreeing with me because if you go and say slavery never happened, you did not. What I hear from the indigenous people is slavery never happened and all this stuff like this, and then you want to double back and say you want reparations for slavery. Any good prosecutor or lawyer will see that this is a contradiction in your argument. It's not going to go through. Like we got to be serious. Either you as an African or you're not. And if that's the case, they're gonna go on the history that Africans were taken from Africa into America as slaves, and they didn't pay them reparations. If you were Indian, yeah, you should go get your reservation, and maybe you ain't gonna get the casino off top, but maybe you should get what they have. You feel me? That makes sense because it's two different fights that we're talking about right now that we're convoluting with each other. Like Sage said, simple. It's confusing.
that will only work for the Native Americans who are subscribed to a tribe. I'm talking about the real people. Shout out to Daquan. I never thought I'd say this, but thank you. Thank you. That's why when I'm saying the shit that I'm saying, I'm leaving no margin forever here. Outside of tribes and all that shit, you gotta stick to lineage, which I agree with Sage with. And the fact that you understand what enslavement means, because, like I said before, the Constitution will override any legislation at the end of the day, even if they reject it. At the beginning, it will go into appeals court. Nothing supersedes the Constitution. The Constitution doesn't talk about race, tribes, or anything but the enslaved people of the United States of America.
Empress, would you like to say something? Empress Enhanced, are you there?
Yes. Well, I would definitely say that reparations, like the general was saying, if you're not in the field as an individual, in my opinion, reparations should be just applied on both sides. Some of our people need to do our own homework and start looking into reparations as individuals because we all are everywhere with this type of stuff. But most of this stuff is a lot of people that mixed in with us from Africa and what our people that was already here. That should be seen in court. I think the enslaved part should be seen in court because there were people that mixed in with us and put in slavery with people that's already here that was Americans, which was us. I don't feel like anybody in court would laugh at us because that's what we're looking at. That might even be a double claim just on that fact there.
Hey, for everybody that say that's in the field, show me y'all reparations. Please. Show me the reparations you got for others. Since y'all niggas is in the field. It's not like I'm not saying, hey, it's stupid to fight for something. Obviously, you should fight for what you are owed. Obviously. Obviously the world fucking owes niggas. That's a undeniable fact. But do y'all really think they gonna give y'all anything back? Like, let's be real. The same motherfuckers that did the most horrible shit to everybody, y'all are thinking y'all gonna go in their system, fight them under their terms and system, and come out with a dub. They don't have shit to give y'all. They don't. Most y'all can get is land. They're not gonna give y'all no money. They're not gonna give y'all. That's the issue I'm having. Like, why are y'all fighting a pointless battle? I get it. I get it. Y'all got niggas in legislation pushing the shit. Nothing has actually happened. So show me y'all reparations, please.
Yeah, speaking of reparation, right? I think that it's more important thing that Black America got to focus on, right? Because chasing reparation is like a pop dreams. It ain't gonna get nowhere, right? So what Black America need to focus on is the community and making Black American great. You know, all this reparation shit ain't gonna go nowhere, right?
Quick question, Mo. Where you from?
I'm
I'm
sick
from,
of
I'm from
Oh,
San
motherfuckers
Bernardino,
no.
not
Then why
even
y'all
San
kick
Bernardino,
him?
California.
you
I
could
don't
bring
know
them
why
back.
y'all kick him because not you, Mo. Now I wasn't talking to you, Mo, for Sebi. I was talking about the other Mo, the African dude. Cause boy, I
Yeah,
be ready to. Ooh, I was ready to roast
yeah,
him,
but at
man.
the
Like
yeah,
how, like Mo,
I
how?
did
I'm
that.
glad you
I
back
did
up
that
here.
because
Let me
I'm
just say
tired.
this. I'm just gonna
I
cut
did
straight
that.
to it.
I
How
did
dare
that.
you, Mo? Mo, how dare you tell Black Americans what Black Americans need to be focused on? What in your country, where in your country have accomplished anything that Black Americans have accomplished for you to even feel like you have carte blanche to tell us what we need to do?
And you in our
Are
business
you
right now,
serious? Let me
American
no
business.
hold up, Cha Cha. Let me tell you something. I'll say this to everybody.
Black Americans can accomplish anything we put our mind to. If we want reparations, we're gonna get it. When we wanted freedom, we got
But
it. When we want,
how long y'all been trying to
hold
get
up, Mo,
reparation?
stop talking, because history has proven everything that Black Americans wanted to go for, we have accomplished. And not only did we do it for ourselves, we did it for people like you. So for if anything, what you need to do is sit down, be quiet, and be like, Black Americans need to do whatever they want to do, and I need to follow suit because you and your people cannot even match us. Show me an example where you can even come from a position to tell us how we should move. The audacity.
When we come here, we in politics, brother. Look at us, right? We in politics. We in your government, right?
What are you doing with your
Well, I
When
agree.
government?
we
Well, I
come here, we
disagree
in
with
Is
your
that.
that
Primo
government.
Are
came
you
up here
serious?
saying
if
some
I was
shit.
born
That
African?
nigga has
Don't
a
make me play
strong
the
point. I
Tariq
mean,
Right?
he
Nasheed. It's the
damn right he
government
do.
Look,
song for
That
you,
whatever's
will
dog.
happening in
He gave
America,
never,
advice.
Don't make
He
me
gave
do
he
it. I
gave
will
I
advice.
roast you, dog.
you know what I'm
guarantee you
saying?
that will
He
Whatever
he gave
never
happening in
advice
America,
about
we
happen
got to
again.
speak on it.
I guarantee you
Because we
that
got
will
power. We got power in this
never
country.
happen again. I guarantee you that will never
Man, y'all
happen
y'all don't
again.
got power.
It's
The
going to
little bit,
happen
the
no.
because
He
little
y'all
gave
bit of
need
advice.
us.
He gave
motherfuckers
a little
like
Y'all
advice.
you.
need us.
Hold on. The little bit of motherfuckers like you that think you in government right now, I guarantee you that's the last generation that will ever have a seat in
Y'all
American
need us,
politics.
though.
How much you wanna bet?
I'll bet you my whole savings.
How
Y'all need
much you
us.
wanna bet that this is the last
No, we
generation
both
of
both
people
of us don't need each other, brother.
sitting in the government seat?
We don't need y'all. Y'all need us, man. What do you
Oh,
mean?
I
oh
really
my
don't
God,
need
Oh,
y'all
this
here it
for
goes.
crazy.
shit.
This shit
This
tribalism.
nigga.
Yo, this
I
dude got
guarantee
This
yo,
shit
you
he
turning
that's
got
into
he
You
got
that's
you
the
delusions
tribalism.
honestly
and
last.
feel
friends,
you feel
Yeah,
like
yo.
our men and
yeah.
women need you guys?
Whoever's the
Yo, he got
whatever
Man, I don't
delusions
know.
and
No
generation
friends,
African
sitting
that's
boy.
in
really
the
just making shit
government,
happen for
And you
everybody.
American
know what?
government
Yo,
seat,
Mo, where you
I
from? Where you
guarantee
from
you
down there?
that's the
Not Mo
Hey,
per
hell
last
se,
nah.
not you,
Fuck
generation
brother.
to
that.
I'm
have
talking
it.
about
Sage,
the
I get we have the argument, but let's put that aside for just a second. Mo, what do we need y'all for?
What do you mean, bro? We in your
What
government, bro.
I mean
We in
exactly what
your
I asked.
government,
What do we
bro.
need y'all for?
We in your government. We
You
mainly
That's
applied
us.
for
the
What
government. That
position
Okay,
in
doesn't mean that's
government
not
is
a
he
okay.
need.
talking about?
You
Look,
was trying to
look.
get money.
it will
That's not a
never
need.
happen again.
Cool. Y'all have some government officials over here. What do we need y'all
And
for?
blame motherfuckers like Uncle Leroy and shit like that for helping you
I don't
motherfuckers
think
sit
it's
there.
hustle. I don't think
I
his hustle spirit
guarantee
is
Cause when
there.
we come here,
you,
we make the
y'all
black
the
image look good.
last generation that
I'm
will
just
He's
ever
coming
where
from
get
that
where are
We
standpoint.
you
Oh,
make
he a
the
from,
black
goofy.
African?
squirrel look
Mo,
Folk
good.
is
I don't
goofy.
want to say African. I want
We
to
make
know
the
where
melanin
you are
folks in America
Nah,
specifically
look
nah,
good.
from.
folk,
That's
you're
why,
goofy.
I
Folk,
right?
you're goofy.
guarantee
We
you
make the
I'm
melanin
not
folks
doing
in
no
majority
straight
of
America
shots
y'all
at
look
will
good,
other
bro.
die.
Africans tonight. It's straight sniper. Mo, where you from?
He said straight sniper.
We own that, bro.
Where you from?
Liberia, West Africa, bro.
Liberia, West Africa. Are you
Liberia.
American
Hey, he
Liberian?
gonna
damn,
cook
not
you.
even a
Oh,
I
you
commander.
ain't no,
That
I
nigga
ain't
Liberian.
said
no
I
I'm
got
gonna let my
one
American
brother
job.
Liberian,
cook you. He
Yeah,
bro.
going
I'm
for a
about to get
Fuck
snipes.
on.
American
Yeah.
Liberians, man. Fuck American Liberians, bro.
Why
What
you
you
got
talking
hate in
about?
your heart, man? That's how you sleeping at night, folk.
No, I ain't got head, brother. I ain't got
Where you
that
laying your
shit,
head
bro.
at? Let's find out where your head laying at. Where's your head at?
Well, where am I right now?
I'm telling Mo.
Mo, where you live at right now?
I'm on the West Coast, bro. I'm
We
in the
going for
sticks.
shots, man. We ain't
Oh
playing with you, boy.
shit! Hey, somebody had an app earlier. I saw, and
I'm
they
on the
could
West
Nah,
look up where
Coast.
Fox
people
didn't.
was. The
Ghanaian
fuck?
and Liberia.
Yeah, you guys want
So
to get on that level. You don't want to get on
so
that level, but you're going to talk
you
about
in
hustle in the government.
America.
You don't want to get on that level, but you want to talk about hustle in the government. Boy, get out of here.
So what are
Well,
you
I
no so
guarantee you
Mo,
this is
what
the
are you
last
what are you
generation
doing?
of
What are you
immigrants
doing for
sitting in any
Liberia
political seat.
and on the west coast of the United States of America? What are you doing for
But
Liberia?
shit, bro, there's not much I can do, right? But I help my
No,
folks back
there's a
All right,
home.
lot you
enough
can do.
said.
You
That's
can
it.
take
He
I
your
can't
help
ass
do
my
back
that.
folks back
home.
home, man.
There's a
You know what
lot
I'm
you
saying?
can do.
I keep on the politics cause I plan on going back there and making a change.
We don't need you to
I
be
You're
in.
not
Why are
going
guarantee
back
you
the
you
in
we
right
will
way
never
America
talking
have
bad on us
trying
like that.
access
Because we're going to
instead
come
of
find you
Liberia?
with dumb words like that, man. You hear me? You heard
Bro,
me?
what dumb words, bro? We speaking the truth. What you talking
No, we're not
about?
speaking true. You're preaching hate, and we'll come
come find where your pillow at, man. That's not how
But
you
we
go
ain't
back to
speaking here, bro.
Liberia.
What you talking
That's
about,
not
man?
how you go back to Liberia, dude. You goofy.
So you think that getting into our politics somehow supports Liberia?
I'm saying make the black diaspora look good. It's not about
We
y'all.
don't
It's not
need.
just
Oh,
about
hold up.
y'all.
The black diaspora,
When we get in office,
dude. How old are you, Mo?
when we get in
Before I
office,
go too far, how old are you?
I'm 27, bro.
Oh my God.
Listen, man. Listen, I'm just gonna keep it real with you because I ain't got the energy for anything extra. Listen, dog. Well, I don't know what kind of cat you smoking on tonight, but let me tell you this: Black
Yeah.
Americans don't need you. Get number one, number two. You going into politics in America ain't doing nothing for Liberia. I don't even think you ever trying to go back to Liberia. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. I doubt you ever will move back to your homeland, which is quite pathetic. That means you lack ethnic pride. You don't care for your people, but you're willing to be on
Look,
this
I will.
platform and talk about what Black Americans need to do, but you aren't doing anything for your people. What's your great grandfather's name?
My great grandfather,
Yeah, what's his name?
Imoscopo.
And where is he at right now? Is he still alive?
My great grandfather, of course not.
Where is he buried at?
In Liberia.
Why aren't you there honoring your ancestors instead of being a continent away and doing nothing for your people? Would your great grandfather leave his people and flee his land, or will he stay there with his people
We don't
and
flee,
do the
bro. We
work?
come for
No,
opportunities,
no, I
bro.
think no. That's another excuse for fleeing. Because you have opportunities there. You just might
You
not be
see,
strong enough. Hold up.
no, that's not it, bro.
You might not be the best and the brightest Liberian
It's
to
cause
be to shine
your
in your
government
home country. So
exploited
you
our
fled somewhere
country,
else.
bro. Y'all steal our resources. Y'all exploited that continent, bro.
Who's the smartest Liberian in Liberia?
Y'all exploited that continent and that whole country,
Exploited
bro.
the
You ain't spit
continent?
shit.
Yeah, bro. Y'all see our resources, bro. That's why
Sir, sir,
Africa
sir,
is
sir, sir,
behind.
Who
sir,
us or Europe?
sir,
Your own
Are the
people join our
resources not
military
there right
and
now?
harm your
Hold
own
up,
people,
Mo.
bro.
Mo, check this. You said we stole your resources. Are the resources not in Africa right now?
It is, bro. But you
Okay,
guys are
okay,
stealing it.
stop right there. So instead of you preventing people from stealing your
That's what we're
resources,
doing.
you flee to the
We
continent
doing it
of the
right
people
now,
stealing
bro.
your resources. That
We
sounds like a
preventing them. We
coward.
kicking them out, bro. We kicking them foreigners out.
No,
That's what
you're
we
not a
doing right
good
now.
Liberian. You're not a good great son, a great grandson of Liberia. You know why? Because you're blaming Black Americans from a military that they stole. When they pew pew and boom other nations, some of your people get on this panel and blame us. Our president does not determine what your nation does, bruh. On my mama. When you see when we be watching y'all join our military and fight your own country, we be laughing at y'all because we've been fighting before the US even got over here. So since you're like a third seed or a fourth seed from your grandmother and grandfather, you're doing a horrible job, bruh. Because some of your own people join the US military and fight your own country. We can get rich and sit back and don't have to fight. So why are you on TikTok?
Get
I'm trying
reason
to
why,
figure
bro?
out
On
why you're
EBT or
not
shit,
in your
bro. How y'all get rich?
homeland. Why are you not in your homeland preventing people from stealing your resources
On me.
instead of being in the land
I'm
of
gonna
the
get off her.
people who's stealing your resources? You sound like a traitor to me. If listen, let me tell you, let me just give you a
I'm
simple
taking advantage of the
let me just give you
opportunity
a
here,
simple
bro. What you
example.
talking about?
Hold up, check this, right? Let's say I come home and I find my flat screen TV off the wall, right? You know what I mean? And I find out who did it, and I go over to the house of the people who got my TV, and then I see my homeboy sitting at the table. What you think I'm gonna feel like, dog? That's a traitor. That's what you are. You
We
sitting at the
playing the long
table of the
game, though,
people
bro. We
who
playing the
you're
long
sitting at the
game.
table eating off the crumbs of the people who took your resources, and your argument is
But
that
you
you'd
don't,
rather be
bro. We
here
playing
than
the
there
long
than
game,
protecting
though.
your resources. That's pathetic, dog.
We
That's no
playing the long
ethnic
game,
pride. I'll
bro.
be damned.
No,
I'll be
and
damned.
guess what? And you know what? You know what's crazy? Our grandparents made sure that you can come over here, have babies, get money, start a job over here. And a lot of y'all doing such a bad job, to the point to where those people that you hate ain't Black American women and men, and it's millions of us. It's not really us. You dislike the people running the government that we're going to soon enough take over. That's what you don't like, sir. Because guess what? Since your great grandparents buried in Liberia, our great grandparents, millions of our great grandparents and grandmothers and stuff, they made sure that your grandparent can have you to come over here.
Yo, you was born in Liberia, right, Mo?
Yeah.
Are you a citizen now?
Me?
Yeah.
He gotta
No.
be.
Oh, so you're still illegal? What's going on?
I ain't legal, bro. You don't have to be a
Are you a
citizen to live here,
citizen? So
bro.
you're not a
He's
citizen.
a citizen, man. He's a citizen, bro.
Did you write? Did you raise that right hand?
Me?
Did
No.
and said the oath of allegiance? Did you say that?
No, no.
Did you find? Oh, you ain't say that, huh?
I bet you got a nice car. I bet
Oh,
you in the States
I'm
chilling.
I'm living good here, bro. What are you talking about? Of
Yeah,
course, I
but
got a
look,
house.
but you talk so crazy to people. There's millions of us, bro, and we're all the same, bro. And if I was born African, bro, I would have dapped up the homies. I would have gave hugs to the homegirls out here that were American, bro, and said, "Hey, you know what I'm saying? No one's listening. I'm not talking kissing feet, none of that. But y'all blessings, you know why y'all blessings ain't there and deportating is so high? Because this nation is God, bro, and we're God's people, bro. And things been done to us. No one wants to kiss nobody's feet. You ain't got to do that coming from Africa, bro. We ain't asking to do none of that. But since like the 60s, none of y'all had conversations with none of our grandparents or none of us in our 20s, none of us in our 30s, none of us in our 40s and 50s and said, hey, some of your government is trying to get us rich to overtake y'all. If y'all would have just had love in your heart over here, we wouldn't even be on these panels. We would have been trading without the US. But we
But
haven't
we
even
we
got
be
there
trying
yet.
to do that, bro.
No,
But
you ain't trying to
y'all
do
be
that
Y'all
talking
because
ain't
down
you
on
trying
us,
to
you're
do
right?
like the
nothing.
Y'all
weakest
be
one
looking down
out
on
of millions
us.
of your
See,
people, bro.
Y'all think
none of
y'all
them
superior, bro. That's
actually.
where it come down to. Y'all think
Bro,
y'all
you're like the
superior.
weakest out
Y'all
of
ain't
millions of
trying to
your
do
people, bro. How
nothing.
you came on this
None
channel,
of
bro?
them.
Yo, I'm gonna
I
keep it a
get money,
bean with
bro,
you,
and
right? Yo,
study.
check this. I don't want nothing from you, but I'm gonna keep it real for you. Like, if I was the person to say, "Oh, I'm African descent and I crave for that connection to Africa as a Black American," I would say, I would say this to my Black American brothers and sisters who feel like that, right? I wouldn't accept them motherfuckers unless they breaking off some bread. Ain't none of them brought no gold over here, established a Black American to have a diamond business, a gold jewelry, nothing. You see
We
you
give
see
them
you hold
citizenship,
up,
bro.
Mo, hold up. You see the Ashkenazis with jewelry businesses. You know where they getting their diamonds and gold from. You see the folks, all the people who's benefiting off of Africa are white tea people, and you know what? Their leaders give it to them, but none of their people coming over here smuggling nothing over here to help some Black Americans. So until motherfucker, I see a Black American with some great gold deals and whatever type of resources y'all doing, like some direct business. And I ain't talking about a Black American have to go over there and work with y'all. Hell no. You sold their ancestors, not vice versa. Y'all better bring the product. Y'all better make the goddamn point come across and put some bread in folks' pocket. If y'all ain't doing that, screw y'all. And I don't give a damn because I ain't even of African descent. I don't stand on that shit. But for my my brothers and sisters who I share my Black American ethnic group with, who are of that descendancy, I
We fuck
wouldn't
with them,
rock with
bro.
these niggas for shit
We
else.
fuck
Like,
with them. We
y'all
fuck with
better
them
come
Pan
with some
African,
real
bro.
shit. Fuck you mean.
Cause sis, man, we get them citizenship, brother. What you talking about? When they go to Africa,
I ain't
bro,
doing nothing. I
we
had
get
a
them
I
motherfucker
got a home
citizenship.
I got a homeboy on Twitter who he's a Pan African. This nigga was rocking with some Africans over there, did a deal to get some gold bars, got gypped for like over $12,000.
That's scam.
Like, and he was a Pan African.
How would
Like,
y'all like it? How would y'all? I'm
come
from
on, man.
California.
Y'all, yo, let's keep it real. Ain't nothing. Listen, I ask people this time. I ain't trying to really get too much heavy on Pan Africanism because I'm not trying to really knock it. But I will ask this question: can you name me a Pan African of noteworthy that did not grift the Black American community? I don't trust none of y'all. And I definitely I think comes from a lot of you Africans putting that, that type of mentality in a few Black Americans.
Battery in they back. That
What if we
battery
just,
in they
what if we
back.
start looking for gold on y'all and start putting gold chains on y'all neck? Since y'all feel like You guys are getting your arms cut off to put chains on our neck out here. And like my brother, if we talking diamonds and gold, I'm from California, where I can go on eBay, get me a gold kit, and wake up early. It's about 10:51. I can wake up right in the morning, go right in the mountains and start looking for gold. What if all of our people start doing that and start changing the system? What if we start siphoning our own oil and stuff like that, not really needing y'all to be in our space like that? Because that's where it's going to turn into. That's what I don't understand. You guys
Well,
have
y'all can't
opportunity.
afford to do that, bro.
We can't afford to
This
do that.
is
Man, I
why
make
it's really
120,000. The way it's going right now, the way it's going, I'm dumping my money on my people, bro. The way it's going, how y'all coming on here, you talking to a boss, bro. Like the way how y'all coming on here, bro. A lot of us is getting money is listening to y'all, bro. Look out for your people, bro. And there's millions of my women out here, millions of my men out here. And how you coming on this TikTok, bro? Y'all don't love us, bro.
Man,
Simple.
Hey,
I fuck with y'all women. I fuck with y'all women.
y'all ever watch a movie or
I fuck with
heard
Black
when
American women. You know, they fuck with
Man,
me
you don't
too.
got
yo,
no
chill
homies
out,
out there where
bro.
you at on my
Chill out,
mama.
bro. We don't need you sitting over here putting like, oh, mess with Black American. I don't give a damn.
matter of
But
fact,
I will say this.
let's
I will
change the
say this. Y'all
subject. I'm
remember
not
back in the
comfortable
day,
having a
like if y'all
conversation
ever
with this
watched the
big brother
movies and
bullhead.
some white tea folks say they'll bring up, oh, you knew money. Oh, you knew money, and they'll look at you sideways, or you watch a movie, they be looking at the other white boy sideways, like, yo, you knew money, yo. You think you gotta have that for a minute, huh? You think you gotta, all right, we watching you. That's how you Africans are. Y'all be talking crazy. Y'all be sitting up there like, yo, we getting all this money. We doing, listen, man, y'all ain't got more millionaires than we do. Y'all don't.
Y'all really don't.
Y'all ain't got shit. Like y'all new money. Y'all ain't even got more doctors than we do. But you think you do. You ain't got more nothing than we do over here, but you think you do because you new money.
Yeah,
And I
y'all do
feel
money.
it, feel yourself. But when that ego hits you, you gotta fuck around with the old school players that's gonna set you up, line you up
And
real quick.
this is a young person's game. We too
New
old,
money
man.
fills a lot of pockets, boy. Know that.
We're out here in our 20s and
We
30s.
like to see new money pop around.
I mean, to be honest with you, like I love everybody, bro. But I just see so much hate for our people, bro. If we stay out them clubs and we stay out them bars and we stay out that mall, we will ball on most of these nations, man. I'm gonna keep it real. That's coming from California. I grew up in different states, bro. If we stay out the mall, the clubs, and out the, like for real, we gonna get. There's so
What
much money
part
to
of
get out
Cali you
here.
from, Brody?
I'm from San Bernardino.
For sure. I've been living in the Bay for like the last 10 years up here in the Rich and shit. I'm currently in Florida at the moment, but I still live in the Rich. But you know,
Oh, that's more culture up there, bro. That's more culture in
oh, that
California.
Bay, that,
Bay.
I, for
Yeah,
sure.
LA got culture, man, but Vegas got
The
more
Bay is
flavor.
the home. Like, I ain't gonna lie, the Bay culture is like, it's like one of those things that's really cherished. It's like the gem that kind of sparks the rest of the California culture. Like, you know what I mean? Like people dip in there because they know everybody is like it's rich, but everybody, like even when you listen to like LA rappers and shit, you can hear the Bay Area like influences that they like to add in so they can be a little bit different than everybody. It's shout out to
I
the
mean,
Bay.
Pac didn't
But I
even
love
scream
LA
out LA
too. I
first.
love LA too, though. I do love LA. I love Cali. It's a cool
Oh yeah,
state.
yeah. Cali, my baby, man. Out
Mm.
all the states, man. But I'm not, both my parents from LA. But when it comes to flavor, Pac wasn't going around screaming LA first. It was Bay
Nah,
Area first.
he was up in the Bay for sure.
Yeah, it's just
Matter of fact,
Hollywood.
I'm a dip for a bit until these Africans and paying goofies is up out of here. I'm not comfortable. I talk to y'all on another.
There's only one It's only one African up here. Cha, who's you doing? All right, but I feel it. It's just one African.
Thing is, man. I love the 50 states, man, but it's just getting money with other people, man. Especially somebody from the Bay, man, the hustle from the Bay is a little bit tighter than LA right now. I'm not gonna lie, that hustle is super tight in the Bay. I've been to the Bay. That hustle out there tight as a boy, what? Oh my God.
Yo, I ain't. So I'm from the
They don't
East
know about getting
Coast.
money out there.
I'm from the East Coast, right? And I'm originally from New York, but I grew up in Atlanta. So I moved to the Bay. And yo, I ain't gonna lie, that shit, it was a different thing. Like everything flipped up on me. Like the whole coach, I had to learn. The Bay is the shit. I ain't even front. You know what I mean? Like you can bounce between the town, the city. You can
I've
be
been in
in
New
the
York.
Rich. You can be in Berkeley. You can
I
slide
got
up to
family
the
in East
Sac.
Orange,
Like
Newark.
yo, yo.
Yeah, Newark and
And the
East
whole
Orange.
time, guess what? You can see the water right there. Like yo, I love it. Like it's gonna be some water right there, yo. Let me pull over. I used to regularly just pull over right there in the bay, just burn one. You know what I mean? Look at the.
What part of New York are you from?
I was born in Brooklyn, raised in Queens, but I'm
Okay, that's where
mostly from
my
Atlanta
baby
though.
mama is from Queens.
Oh, for sure, for
She's
sure,
Haitian.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I go to New York a few times, man. Like I said, I got family in East Orange, Newark, Arlington. That's right by New York.
You see how that work? Where Mo at? I bet not you, the other Mo. I'm about to ask him what family he got on the other side of his goddamn continent. I bet you he
It's
ain't got
horrible with
nobody.
them, man. They don't, like I try to tell a lot of them. If I was born African, man, I would have just started speaking truth, man, just to get back everybody in their house, to get educated, get money in the house, man, because them applications that they filling out, man, and a lot of their people, they're given that opportunity, but they're not explaining that opportunity that they've been having since like the '60s. Um,
Man, one thing I ain't worrying about no Africans. They gonna get to their money. They gonna get to their little bag, especially them damn Nigerians. You know what I mean? Like, yo, we gotta worry about our people. Like anything else. Like I don't even be tripping. I wasn't even tripped on homie until he came up here talking about what Black Americans should be doing. Like I tell you that shit offensive. Like who the fuck is you, nigga? Like yo, he come
Yeah,
up here
because he
with an
got offensive. Like he used
accent.
the F word, like F y'all, and I'm like, he's hurt. A lot of the women and men are hurt. So I started saying, hey, where you at? You know what I'm saying? We can get to it like that. Like if it's like that, it's like, because
They just need to know their place, like just respectfully. Like you ain't got Black Americans telling Africans what they need to do in their country or not. Like Black Americans, yo, as a people, we really, we might have opinions, but we ain't talking to them about that shit. We ain't telling them how they need to be doing. We don't even want to be involved. We are observers. We like to sit back and observe and let you do your thing. Like we will watch
exactly.
the wilderness happen as it naturally folds. We don't want to interject. We ain't trying to control and manipulate it. We are a higher form of being that realizes you let things naturally progress and you observe and watch. That is it. That's how Black Americans is. Everybody else is very different. You know what I'm
It's a
saying?
first world country. If you're broke in a first world country and get on your cell phone and you see people talking mess to you and you're a Black American, I don't care if you got $50 in your pocket. That's disrespectful.
Oh, very disrespectful.
I don't care if you got $50 and you at a bus stop waiting for you to get to a job application. It is disrespecting a first world country. I don't care if you got 10,000 on you, 50,000 or a dollar on you. It's disrespectful, bro. We are in the first world country, bro. Like, when you wake up, I ain't saying everybody should pledge allegiance, but when you ask him, like, hey, bro, he was all like, bro, he was all like, man, oh man, like, it's just, man, I don't know. That's a lot of energy.
I'm just be like, yo, how are you going to be, telling us what we need to do when you over here, dog? What are you doing for your people? Like, I think they really like. I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. It's an immigrant thing, man. They done psych themselves out to believing Everything they do is for a righteous cause. So, oh, I left my country. It was for education. Oh, I had to leave my country because of the government. Or whoop de whoop de whoop. It all ends in the same fucking the same exact action. You left your country.
The only thing they
Screw.
can
I
do
don't
is
care
limit.
about your reason. I don't care about your excuse. I care about your action. Your action is you fled.
Like the only thing, because you got to ask them, are you living a good life? Oh, I'm living a good life. Okay, that's the whole point. We, you know what I'm saying? We're not sending the money out for you. We're not gonna send the money out for you. You're gonna do that yourself, and you're gonna have fun here. But why you gonna sit back? Why you sending money back, living a good life, and talking shit? That has to be the most demonic experience that our people have been enduring online. Like that is so weird.
I'm
I
telling you,
know.
it's some immigrants, man. It's the because the ones in their country, they don't even be acting like that, man. The Africans in Africa be coming up on the panel, rocking with Black Americans. They be telling the other Africans, y'all tripping. You know what I mean? It be them. Well, I mean, it's a few continental Africans, but it's mostly, man, the immigrants. And it's the immigrant mentality. That's what it is. See, a lot of people don't really want to look at the psychology of it. Once you look at the psychology of it, it all makes sense. It's not. It's
And
it's
the
really
thing is,
not a
they pushing
diaspora
them.
war. It's not a diaspora war, anything. What it is there's immigrants everywhere, and their mentality is to exploit a system, and and they're not really from that system. So it's like so when you introduce a foreign body to a controlled environment, one of two things happen. One, either that new organism, whatever, will destroy the ecosystem, or the ecosystem will destroy the foreign object. Right? It's only one of the two. The only way that you can keep longevity of an organism or something from that introduces something outside of the environment is if it's embedded in the environment, meaning like it is genetically infused with something natural of the environment. What that would do would give that organism more time to exist in it and possibly integrate or take over the environment. It gives it more of an opportunity. So let's just take it for example, right? In Black America, so you're in Black American culture, right? An African coming into Black American culture straight from Africa is gonna stick out like a sore thumb. People is gonna have a faster negative reaction because the ecosystem is a foreign invader or a foreign whatever. Now, let's say you have a African who has a child with a Black American. That child is half African, half Black American, and has a higher chance or a longevity to last in the ecosystem without killing the ecosystem, unaliving the ecosystem, or unaliving itself. If you look at any form of science, it's the same exact thing 100% around the board. No matter what you look at, it's the same thing. You can use any form of ecosystem or construct and take a opposite or a foreign entity and introduce it. It doesn't matter if it's psychological, doesn't matter if it's physical, whatever. It's the science. It's always going to come out to one or two things without doing the other.